Right, we are back once again with another episode of Lost Legends. We're going to start in our usual manner of introduction. First up, we have Verdazin as.
Noah.
We have Cross Crescent as.
Iala.
We have Sammi as.
Nim.
We have Tobias.
Cassian.
We have Markus as. We have Markus as.
As fuck, I completely forgot my character's name. Melikka.
Right, well done.
No, I honestly did forget.
And
I'm sorry.
you have me, Yuli, as your friendly DM. Once again, we have no Blackheart this week. Hopefully, we shall regain him on the next. But we strive on, as we always do. Up on this week's recap is Cross Crescent. Take it away.
All right. Last time on Lost Legends, the party arrived in Galen with no issue, though shortly after starting their trek towards the town, they heard a voice calling out for help from the trees. Already suspicious from previous encounters with errant voices from this area, they chose to ignore it as they traveled to town. Nim, scouting on Nomi, was able to confirm their suspicions that it was indeed a Fae attempting to lure them away. But as they would soon find, it was for no malicious reason. They were greeted by guards of some measure, boys who no doubt drummed up for a makeshift militia. They were scolded shortly by Korim, the blacksmith, who was glad to see us all alive. He invited us into his home, where he informed us of the town's quarantine, headed by Sister Owenway, who soon joined us as we talked. We assured them that we were there to evacuate the town and discover who might have been touched by the Melatorath, with the aid of our warlock Limdup. Olenway also informed us that Tornfell was actually related to the Emperor, and she agreed to aid us in our case against our wrongful accusations. We left Corim's domicile to give the town a cursory look, having agreed to do a more thorough investigation during a sermon hosted by Olenway later that night. Everything looked clear, other than the burnt remains of the apothecary that Limdop confirmed to be very much under Torathian sway. We decided to make sure our old base was infected or not by exploring the mine entrance below it. With some bag-holding maneuvering, we passed through the collapsed entrance and delved down into the dark, winding tunnel. Needless to say, it was a difficult journey for a centaur, and Iala ended up proving herself the most femininely endowed in the party at the worst time possible. Some clever spell work freed her from the booby trap, and she continued deeper still until nearly the entire team was sent sliding down into an icy underground river. Getting out of the water, they managed to confirm their fear. Another hole deep within the earth. Again, as with the last pit they encountered in the plains, they were a member up, and it was not until Noah realized the damage the new member possessed would have been healed by Noah themselves that they found the creature was among them. Caught in the act, it began to change horrifically, signaling that it was time for the group to leave, but not before Nim threw it back into the pit with a surging wave of water. Safe on the surface, and with plans to attempt to seal the caves with Matori the next day, they make their way back to Galen and prepare for the night's sermon.
Very nice. Go ahead and take yourself a bonus inspiration. Everybody else, remember to refresh your inspirations for the session. All right. We will pick up with you leaving the compound, heading towards town. Matori seems to be sort of muttering to himself a bit and just going, we should recover, check the other branch, but maybe once we've got the townspeople moving already, in case we stir something.
Yes, I do not think we should do too much deep delving until we have as many people out as we can, at least.
That's a good point. We don't want any type of retaliation to flow into town if we try
Or
and
contagion.
If we get caught by this thing, we would just bring it to them, and then their
Yes.
hope of getting out would be gone.
See them
That-
safe first before throwing ourselves into the maw of the beast.
Do you think it will be easy enough to get most of the people out of here?
Hmm. It's hard for me to say. I couldn't wait to leave my little village, but some people become very attached to their homes. Irrationally so, sometimes.
Those were ones to talk.
Especially folks like this. There are safer places they could live. Villages still needing more bodies, with better protection. But they chose to be out here, on the frontier, away from other folk.
The main problem is convincing them of the nature of this danger. I feel if we properly explained it to them, can only see like ennui forming in them or panic and constant dread. Like
Perhaps.
how do you tell someone that a very threat to the nature of reality is right underneath your town and that's why you should leave?
You don't. You tell them that there are. And he actually looks a little regretful for a moment. You tell them that there are beasts, there are shapeshifters, there are
Demons.
demons. They don't need to know the real threat, only that it is dire.
And it's individuals like ourselves that are going to be responsible for ensuring that something like this is taken care of, but we don't want to risk collateral. Though
danger.
I do worry if we do say something like that, we may garner like a militia and they may try to help.
Mm, perhaps,
And
but it does
at
not
least
take
those
much
who
to make people afraid. There might be some bravado, but people will look for a chance to run.
Did you see the militia that greeted us when we came in?
Well,
Fierce.
yeah, not that militia. I mean, the people who do want to stay, like the tall one, Coram.
I
Do you
think
think a blacksmith is equipped to fight that thing?
He's probably one of the
He may
strongest.
not
He
know
wants-
what he's fighting, but he wants to live here. He wants to protect what he has.
He wants to. He does not seem at first the idea of others moving on. He seems sensible.
Also, you forget, a lot of these people have had things explained to them by the priestesses.
Yes.
We shouldn't try to manufacture new stories. We
And they
should
saw the creature in the
collaborate.
fire.
Yes, a lot of people here know something's wrong, and they know that their memories were affected, and I think
They should feel the
That's-
fading.
they probably are already afraid of whatever it is. But she has not been letting them leave, the priestess. That was what her friend was saying, is she
Yes.
needs to let them go, right?
Many already wish to. It's just convincing the last. And
So
making
the
sure the leaving's
holdouts-
not a panic.
Yes, and also keeping them in mind that they should not talk about this. Because as great as it is to spook them into leaving, if they go ranting to every town they go to that they had to abandon everything that they loved and held dear because, oh, there were demons in the fields or things like that, people will get curious, adventurers want money, and they will come out here. I mean, hell, we got sent out here pretty easy.
Best they tell the story of a famine, a blight on the crops, something natural.
Some- Yeah, it's
Then
something that
you would have Mirarian priestesses coming.
To a village of no people.
Well, they may try.
Also,
Is one of the
how many
tenets
do you
that
think
we
are
talked
over
about.
here, dear lady?
Mirarian priestesses?
Mhm.
I don't know.
This is not
I'm
La Real.
one, me. I'm not really a priestess. I'm more
No,
of
there's a few.
hand.
Definitely closer to the capital as well. But a wandering priestess, this village might not see one for years. They will have duties. Coming to an abandoned place, it's a waste of time. Now, if the story spread before the villagers left, perhaps.
Safeguard the people who were here, yes.
It is more likely that a druid would come here to try to cleanse
It's a
the land
druid
of
indeed.
infections.
A druid, however,
the
is more
wild
likely to
people.
listen to the Fae.
Hmm. If the Fae tell them don't go there, then they won't go there. Hopefully.
And this land does speak. It speaks.
Yes.
And he's frowned a little, looking out Plainswood direction. It lures. I don't know why.
that's unrelated to the Malnarath, right?
I hope so.
Lure
I
does
think
with
so.
slimes.
No, the voices didn't lure us with
Yes.
plants. The
Right.
Maranorath did. But there's a beckoning presence out there. Is it supposed to just instill fear? Don't listen to the witch voices.
If it's meant to instill fear, why didn't have me walk towards it?
Because it was going to kill you, maybe.
Had you tried to walk off a tower, did it not?
Yeah, that. But
Did the
still,
beckoning make you want to go in there?
kind of, it had me want to walk towards it,
Hmm.
regardless of my surroundings.
No.
If I remember
When I
correctly.
say want, I mean did you after the bewitching effect?
After? No. After basically snapping out of it, I'm. Ugh.
It might be a bluff. I mean, tales of sirens are common ones. Every villager here knows not to follow the witchlight in the woods. It's just another one of those things, right?
Also, a lot of enchantment spells work like that. After you have fallen under it, usually you have resentment towards the person who did it to you.
Yes,
Some
exactly.
of the very simpler stuff, maybe it is similar like that. The spell
Oh, it's
leaves you
not a
an acid
protective
taste.
thing. It's another malevolent entity out there.
Or maybe it is something that genuinely wants help.
That's also true. Maybe there is something out there beckoning for aid.
We have so many maybes and not enough definites.
I
Ha-
really would like research it in a safe manner, but there's already two existential threats out
Actually,
there.
that's a good point. I just thought of this.
Hmm?
Plasmoids. We don't know much about them, right?
No, we don't.
And that cave, the one that you didn't go to, the one out in the plains, it had slimes that hurt our heads and
Mm-hmm.
did stuff and attacked us. I'm thinking about it. What if they are like one? What if they
Guardians?
are guarding?
Hmm.
They are the slimes weren't at the other holes.
That's
What if
Slime-
those slimes were protecting
That's true.
the hole
We were
by
assuming
keeping
it was
us
part
away
of its
from it?
aspect, but the flower was the law.
Yeah,
Yes.
and slimes are mindless, so what could it learn from slimes?
And why? Maybe that is what is out there. Is maybe there is a plasmoid out there controlling the slimes, and they are trying to get aid, maybe from other plasmoids, and other people are coming.
Without any more information about plasma, this is all sounding like conjecture, though.
That's all we have.
That's all
Uh,
I ever have. I'm sorry.
Stop apologizing for
Well, it
doing
would
the things that we all do. We're all trying to figure this out.
it would make sense because slimes really don't leave anything behind that it could learn from.
Another mark for the plasmoid theory.
But by the same token, if plasmoids are sentient and if it was out there, it
Maybe
it
it's
would
trying to keep
potentially
a
have to be
distance.
dealing with. Yeah, it would. It wouldn't want itself to be known because then the thing out there would be trying to find it and get it into its head.
Matori
it
actually
has a
stops
head.
walking. And he looks to you, Cassian. And he goes, we all use, well, I speak for us arcane lot, we use remote proxies, familiars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's something akin. I wonder if we could safely send familiars into that place.
Him hugs on
You
me.
just mentioned something
Not intelligent ones, arcane constructs.
No,
Remember,
no.
Taryc's pet got infected.
But that's a holy beast. It's real.
Okay. What about like the arcane eye thing that you and Yalia can do?
Perhaps. Huh.
But that's very short range.
We could perform some rituals to try and boost such a thing temporarily. It'd probably leave us quite dilapidated for a while, but
Hey, if we could learn something.
Couldn't Noah talk to a creature that lives in the area to do exploration as well? You are a druid, right?
why don't you just do that druid bullshit and ask the land?
I mean, I guess I
They
could
can
try.
do that?
Matori just shrugs.
I don't know if I. Actually, I'm going to have to mull it over, see what I'm capable of. But I might have something.
The other druid at your manor, they were talking to trees.
Yeah,
I
I
was a
have.
star mage.
Yeah, I'm normal. Not to not to
Knock on wood.
knock on wood, not to sell myself short, but normally my head is in the clouds, so I'm normally looking upward. But I think I could manage something.
If
I
not,
haven't really talked to a tree.
if
you
it
know,
doesn't work, don't worry about it. I mean, look, if our bright arcane minds can't figure it out, then what's some dirt going to tell us, right? And he sort of elbows you, Cassian, chuckling.
I don't know. I would be kind of scared if I had the ability to talk to trees and they actually talked back. Well, that's me right now. Because either it means it's a nymph or an ent.
No, it could just be a tree.
Everything carries a spirit of some sort.
could try talking to the grass in the grassland. If it hopefully it's one like giant organism, maybe I can figure out something that happened.
Well, if we need
Get
a
a
giant
general
organism, let's
gist.
find a mushroom. There's supposed to be giant organisms, right? I read that in a book once.
Oh,
It's that giant mushroom, but aren't mushrooms only like this big?
I don't know. There's some nonsense about stretching like strands that are connected beneath the earth, but I wasn't really interested. Herbalism's never been my.
Oh, that would be a really terrifying thing for the Mariner to figure out how to do.
If it's not doing that already.
They're barely
Oh,
plants,
don't
barely
Sammy.
animal.
No.
They're don't
Wait.
even know.
We're getting distracted. We're leaving this fucking place. We don't. They're just going to send us the affiliates off, and then we're going to L'Oreal. We don't have to be lured out
We have
there
to
by the
go to
promise of
capital.
plasmids and finding out secrets. And he starts like tapping his fingers on his staff a bit.
You like secrets too much, don't you?
Let me talk to the grass. See if it's even worse.
Ridiculous. Okay.
No, I would really like you to consult the stars and the fae. I don't think I'd want to see you down on the ground talking to the grass.
Look. If we want to be sending civilians off, we need to do it over the course of days, unless we want to just expend ourselves of all energy entirely, right? It's not going to be a quick process.
That is true. I am more learned in the words of the stars than I am of the grass, but I'll try all avenues.
Would the stars care what the grasses are doing? You would think that you would want to ask the grass if the grass is the thing that is doing the weird thing.
We
The
don't know
stars
if
are
it's the
always
grass.
watching.
Yeah, the stars have a view of everything from the heavens.
Must be kind of great. To
What's
be
the
able to have
stars where the
things listen
fuck
to
this
you.
plasmid god is? They're dead, right? But there's got to be something left.
Actually, let me try and ask that tonight.
Oh, that's a thought. What if the slimes are what's left of the plasmid god, and they're still reacting like they were initially?
That's a bit of a stretch. I mean, is God going to leave bits of itself on the earth? I doubt it.
I'll put that on the plasmoid.
Aren't we told that the
It
god
It
is
fell at what's this?
it's
Did we get a
Imor's
name for the
land.
place?
traveler? The traveler god died someplace, and then their body resides in Imor's land, right? This is what we were told. I think.
How big do you think the body is?
I mean,
God?
would it be
I
in a
mean-
jar? A big god jar?
A big god jar.
I
Huh.
mean, if it was slime, right? You kind of want to keep it together.
That'd be an
Be
awfully
like a-
big jar.
You know,
Like a jelly.
it sounds ridiculous, but I can't. Yes, I guess so. Like, surely a plasmid god is like them, right? It's ichor and slime.
I mean, I think it would be kind of like when we saw the gods, they were very malleable. Maybe it was malleable based on the people that it was around and stuff, because they seem like they change depend on who they are with, right?
Where's Noah? Noah, my dear, and he sort of like comes over to you and starts like
Shake,
grabbing a
shake.
shoulder. You've been
No one
reading,
leads
yes.
away.
You've been reading,
I have.
not just. Please tell me you've read stuff other than that science nonsense.
I have been skimming through everything. Yes.
What do you know? What do you know about? What do you know about the plasmid?
What do I know about the plasmid? What do I know about the plasmid? Can
Well,
roll
I know
a
that you have actually
religion?
been focusing on the sciences, so this will be a roll with disadvantage to see if you've read anything about it.
Insider knowledge.
Actually, Noah, in order to let me really think about this. Noah is going to activate their dragon constellation, and then try and do religion.
Let's paste that to me real quick. Just,
That helps with concentration, doesn't it? I don't remember what else it does.
It's also for intelligence and wisdom rolls. It makes it trying to find it on my list. 1 second. Sorry for him. Did it send? No.
that's okay. I've already looked it up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you want to expand that.
Okay. And religion.
Hey, not
Oh,
bad.
Oh, fuck.
Can't have disadvantage if all your dice roll the same. Okay. Yeah, you saw brief mentions of Settle. Funny enough, they came up in something called astronomy, which you're
Which
still puzzled through
obviously,
that.
I'd go into that.
Yep. And yes, well, primarily, especially by laws of this world associated with plasmids, and thus sort of having that form in the public consciousness to people of this world, they've been worshipped by others in other places and have been known to be, ironically, malleable beyond just being slime. But while they have been depicted with other forms, mainly in a sort of like there's been scholarly research that acknowledges these other forms, it's nothing's ever particularly held here. So any visage or such here is likely to be of the more goo-like entity.
Noah stops for a moment. Their eyes dilate, and lights kind of shimmer down their body, and Noah's eyes dart about, going through the information that they remembered. The
That'll.
plasmoids in Zoto were known to take many forms. They were quite malleable, not only towards the slime form, but according on this world, they seem to have stayed in the more slime form than their other more solid forms. So it seems like they stayed more slime here than anywhere else.
Oh, jar.
Jar is possible.
So we might be looking for a jar tomb.
Quite possibly.
I wish I had cool magic that made me smart. That looked really cool.
You are smart.
You can learn such magics at your local library. Ding.
Where's the library?
I have no idea. I'm going to roll a knowledge geography.
Capital.
I mean, there are libraries back in Morden, not public libraries. That's a nonsense concept, but
Mm-hmm.
you'd probably think there isn't a library here, though.
Hopefully that a dead slime god doesn't dehydrate. Would we find a tomb of goo or a tomb of solidified gelatin?
Huh.
Big rock.
Have you ever eaten jellyfish?
Yes.
I played with one.
Disgusting.
Very.
I was a kid.
Papa.
No, the eating, not the playing. Yes, Nim. I'm sorry, Gemma.
You can call me whatever you want, Papa.
Listen, your Fuller is great and all that. I can't abide the pun name. I can't.
They're like salty pancakes.
How about this?
They like squirt in your mouth when you bite down.
He's going to sort of crouch down to you and be like,
That's for your knees, Papa.
Yes, that was painful. Did you hear the cracking?
I did.
Okay, one of you will help me up in a moment, but first, I have a name for you.
Oh, what is it, Papa?
I would like to call you Mavis.
I love that name. It is beautiful.
It's my mother's name, and
Mavis Maltori. It's
yes.
a beautiful name. Gemma Mavis Maltori.
No, obviously Mavis Gemma Maltori.
Of course, Papa.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it's going to be a source of some arguments for some greater being. All right. Okay. He starts trying to push himself up on his staff. There is horrible crunchy noises.
Okay. Papa, okay. You don't have to come down here. I can come up there, you know.
No,
Melikka will walk over. Do you want a hand?
No, I'm spry.
Grab him by the collar and lift him up.
She would just kind of
Don't
get
strangle
his elbows
Papa.
Oh, my back.
Help him up. Alright.
Papa, can I have a conversation with you later about some warlock stuff? I think I could
Of
use your
course.
insight about your patron.
My patron? Well, that's an old thing.
Yes, that's why I would love to have a conversation with you about it.
Certainly. Recalling my youth.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay. I don't want to attend the sermon tonight, children.
It's okay. You
You'll
don't need to
forgive
go
me for
care about
stepping
the
out.
gods.
Good.
I hope it might be for the best. I don't know how much news about Pig Torn Fell spread around. Might be best if you didn't show up.
Well, I mean, apparently most of them think that he's a bastard that abandoned them and chased me out, so,
I think they
There's
mostly
that.
just think that you are rude for using a fake name, but that was about
probably.
it.
Don't be
Well-
made to look better in comparison. I'll take that win. Right.
All right.
Is anyone else going to be joining it, or is it just myself?
I think most of you should make an appearance.
Yeah.
You're quite liked by the town, so
I don't think
He's
there's
essentially
anyone.
unknown right now.
what?
She looks at him.
Oh,
What?
No, you know,
Yeah.
you could take your ring off, and you probably would be recognized. In fact, you probably should, because I think you will probably cause a little bit of concern, because they're already
New
jumpy about
person.
people that don't exist, and you're making my list look very confusing, Cassian.
Also, I'll be frank. People aren't likely to notice that your gender shift compared to these monstrosities surrounding you.
Excuse
I
me.
am terrifying.
What did you mean by that?
What?
That is no way to talk about Noah. Say a beautiful thing.
What?
That does bring up a question. I'm going to have to research this ring a little bit more because this bodice is a little tight, and it wasn't when I bought it.
Oh, God. Okay, somebody strike me down. Nim, please come with me, daughter. And he's just gonna
Nope.
walk off down the path.
Goodbye.
I assume everyone's still following, so you're saying goodbye to
Yeah.
people trailing behind, but you get to hear the old man grumbling to himself.
I do enjoy the old man grumbling to himself. It really does please me.
And you arrive back at town. And is anybody doing anything in particular before the evening sermon? Are you just sort of busying yourselves around town? What are you doing?
Well,
Uh,
Cassian, removing the ring, has shifted his clothes back and is now attempting to dry them.
Okay. You can, like, if you wanted to, you could basically hang them up by the fireplace in the inn, and just put on something else, or just go in your room for decency. I mean, you're a centaur. You got a kind of the luck of, like, you could put on just a basic shirt and you're decent as far as people are concerned.
Yeah, no one pays attention to the lower half.
Yeah.
Though, the bathtub is out right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in
a
the
shed.
oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the
I did
woodshed.
drop it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on a level
in the
that
woodshed.
Cassian can reach.
Yeah.
Cassian's going to take a bath.
Okay. Incredibly awkward and cramped for you, but hot water all the same.
Yeah. Do you know how hard it is to find a bath my size?
I mean, frankly,
Yeah,
even with a struggle with getting into it, even if you stood beside it, having hot water ready there to wash yourself down with, wonderful.
Yeah.
Hot water and soap and perfume.
Yeah. All right. Cassian's making himself presentable.
Melikka will change into her Mirian garb and head to the temple.
Intervening hours. Anything you want to be doing in intervening hours?
Oh, intervening hours.
Iala is just kind of going to appreciate being not underground, so she's probably going to be flying for a bit.
Stretching.
Wants to be away from the ground.
Yeah.
Nim is going to purchase a couple extra bottles of whatever cheap wine or whatever they have at the tavern for
Mhm.
their bag of holding. Always got to have things to give Faye. And then she is going to go see if she can talk to Matori really quick.
Okay. You can find Maltori. Maltori is actually just up in one of the rooms, just like looks like he's going through his stuff. You notice he does this frequently, like he's just keeping count of his gear, making sure he's got things. But you come on in, and he looks over at you. Mavis.
Gather your supplies? Yes. Papa, I am here. Your
Yeah.
darling daughter.
Yes, here, daughter. Look, yes. He lifts out a little vial that has this sort of like this yellowish liquid with little glints in it. You notice that the vial has like, when glass has a pressure put on it to like join it while still maintaining the tube.
Yeah.
That's in one side, and then the other side is like just this powder.
That looks exciting.
It's very exciting. They're blind, well, most people, but anyone with dark vision, it's wonderful.
Oh, no, that sounds awful for me. Oh, tell me to look away.
Yes, I'll yell out if I throw it. Forgot I had it in here. That's why I must do inventory. Sometimes you can just get lost in nooks and crannies, especially in a bag of holding.
Yes, I need to check my bag probably pretty soon. It's got a lot of things in it, and you just never know what's going on in there, you know?
Yes.
I needed to talk to you about stuff. You remember when we were going out into the place in Morden, and you gave Cassian that spell from your spell book?
Yes,
The teleport
yes.
spell. Well, I was sitting on your shoulder, and your book is really cool, and I wanted to learn a lot about it.
You were
and
looking
I
at my
kinda was
book, yes.
I was looking at your book. Why is there pictures that look like they look like the symbol of that god, Papa?
What? Which god?
The dead one, the dragon nothing one.
Badam.
Yes, you had those twisty.
He's actually fishing out his spell book and just starts going through it. Let's see, this terrible spell is quite early on. And he leaves it open to the page and puts it open and just goes, oh, it does look.
Doesn't it
does
look like a Badam picture?
I mean, it's not exact, but a circle or sort of tendrily things. I mean, this is. He just sort of flicks the page a bit. It was a dream when I was younger. Listen, a lot of arcana comes from dreams, inspiration, and I tend to just. He actually looks momentarily embarrassed and just scratches the back of his head. Pictures from my dreams or the surrounding world. I tend to. I'm not an artist. I just, bit of talk real quick. Yeah, I suppose
it looks like Badam.
I must have done this when I woke up one night. I just completely forgot about it.
I was sitting there trying to think of all the things that we could look at about Badam, and I remembered that was in your book, and I was wondering how it got there.
Is
it your patron?
My patron? No. No.
Who was your patron?
He sort of looks sort of around the room a bit and actually peeks out his head out the corridor just to make sure that no one's there before he comes and sits down, and he goes, my patron was demon.
I do not judge.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't really know if that's true.
Oh?
Back then, I thought they were a demon. It's very classical, reskin horns, smell of brimstone, all that stuff. Frankly, if it wasn't for the brimstone, might have gone all fey, but they presented themselves as a demon. But our interactions as of late and all of the research I've done in my intervening years. Oh, no. They didn't seem to be... It didn't work like the pacts I've seen.
Hmm.
They were very, honestly, scholarly.
Nim's head tilts. Did they have a name?
Yes. What was it? Sadell? Sordid? It's so long ago.
Adele?
He sort of leafs through his book a bit more. Says, I've got it somewhere. 1 second. Ah, Satora.
Satora. That's an interesting name for a demon.
Oh, demon names seem to go all over the place.
I know. It actually sounds more demony than most of the demon names. That's why I'm kind of impressed.
Michael.
Michael does not sound very demony. It sounds like a child's name. It's kind
Somewhere
of
in the
cute.
distance, we hear, "You what?"
But
Michael sounds like somebody that you would ask out on a date.
Satora, if that's their real name, we could check up on them.
We could.
I've never thought to
and
do
if they
that.
If they're scholarly, maybe they would have some information for us.
Yeah.
They helped you once. And I'm assuming your pact ended on good terms?
Yes, quite amicably, actually. They wanted payment in rubies.
Rubies.
Yes. So, one of my first major acts might have been quite a large robbery, but you know, you may do as you must.
Mm-hmm.
That's not
Better than mine.
Not every hero's journey can start off with saving their village from the goblins or something, you know.
Yes. We can't all be born to fortune and bravery, right?
Yes. Some of us have to scrounge and beg and do misdeeds before we can make up for it.
Speaking of which, will you be taking the time to look at the bells while we are out?
I suppose I should.
Or should we just start taking them with us? Because I
No.
don't want them to...
I think let's try and stave off that nonsense as long as we can. Wait for that first set of ringing. See what studying we can get in the meantime. Maybe I will start while you kids have fun at church.
Oh, yes, you can dwell in the hells and we can go to church, right?
I feel
Get me to church.
some poetry in that.
Stay here and study. Yeah, thank you for satisfying my curiosity about this patron of yours.
Thank you for bringing it to mind. It's just one of those things that I did after waking, you know. I'd forgotten about within the same day. But you're right, it does.
Happened? Do you think it happened back when you were working for your patron? Or was it after?
No, it's been after me and my patron separated. I'd already started my wizardly studies and was well versed in them by this time. He sort of leads through the book a bit and goes, look, quaint but advanced spell work. I was already well informed at this point.
Yeah, brilliant mind.
Early into my journeys with the others.
I just started thinking about it after we traveled with Lindop, and there was that hand of their patron, and it made me think of Badam a lot. Everything that Lindop does.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Badam.
consumption and nothingness with Lindop, isn't there?
Lindop seems like they're living in this parallel thing of existence and non-existence with their patron, and I was wondering if maybe you had similar patron, because I was like,
Nothing
it was
quite
in
so
your
poetic, though. So. Bag. Would you mind going into my bag of holding?
All right.
There should be a set of the moleskin books in there.
Okay. I will go in the bag.
You hear a fast echoing behind you as he's peering into the bag and be like, "Right, tell the lights when you find them, dear.
What?
Light up your tail when you find them."
Oh, okay.
All right, give me an investigation check.
I live in this bag now. You know what?
It is
I'm
like
casting guidance
Merlin's
on
Wizard
myself.
Tower
Yeah, you could do
in
that.
there, I bet.
Investigation.
From King Arthur animated
17.
movie.
It takes you a bit. There is a lot of books in here, Nim. It's a distressing amount of books.
Is this shrew skin or mole skin? No. Snake skin? No.
No. They're smaller than the others, Nim. That's too big. But eventually, you come across a set of books, and you think, "Oh, this might be it." You light up your tail.
Mhm.
Ah, marvelous. Okay, and he's just going to reach in. You can climb onto his arm as he grabs the books.
Yep.
And he starts to leaf through them as he pulls you and the books out. And he's like, "Okay, that was maybe 20 years ago, maybe. No, 15. No." And he's just going to sit looking through these. You realize he's acting as if he's doing something very quick and immediate. This is likely going to actually take him a bit of time, whatever he's doing.
I will happily spend time
Okay.
with him until I have to go.
Do you want to peek at his books?
Yeah, I'll peek at his books.
As he's leafing through, you catch flashes of the pages because he seems to be leafing through rather rapidly, pausing every now and then. But you catch snippets of, it's the third midday of the month. This morning, Hanover prepared us a delectable breakfast, and it's a diary.
Nim loves this.
Right,
Nim wishes she could study these books.
Right, and you're going to spend time with Matsuri doing that. Okay. I guess I should give him his own investigation check. See how quickly he can actually find information. Oh,
Holy shit.
Hey, Nim. It actually doesn't take that long. It's about an hour. He does have to sift through things.
I have to think that he's got that old man toddle where he wants to he looks at something, knows it's not something he needs, but still wants to read it a little bit anyway.
You actually catch him getting misty eyed at a couple of points. Yeah.
I won't impugn his honor by bringing it up.
1 second. I'm gonna have to give information way earlier than I thought I would, so let me find this real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, this is good. I'm just gonna tell you guys that whole image was planted in this book. You guys could have found out about Badam way earlier than you did.
See, until Badam became something we knew about, I didn't have a reason for Nim to go accusatorily at Maltori about weird drawing in book because she just loved Maltori. But it's like, oh, this might be related, so that she I'll go ask.
You catch him he gets teary-eyed and he just chuckles at a passage. You see Castle still doesn't notice the way Cavort looks at him, kind of things. But yeah. Eventually, he comes across the passage and he's like, "Here we go. Yes. We're on a brief excursion to Arcanist. Convinced him to help me find some things that I'd heard about before I'd left, and some investigations. And the Dragon Spine not foolish enough to go into it, but we'd. I'll just read it, and he's going to start reading this passage out to you. We settled nearby the village. Didn't really have the coin to spare for a room. Colon had kindly donated the last of our funds to the village in need prior, and, well, that's nothing important. But we'd settled nearby, and when we woke the next day, queer things were afoot. Silence, deathly. It's what led us further away towards the dragon's spine. We didn't quite notice at first. It wasn't like the land was dead, it was just still. But after a little, it became apparent we weren't hearing the noise of insect or animal. The occasional whistle of the wind through the trees even seemed muted itself. Still don't know how to explain it, but we came across a strange place, a circle of stone in a opening in the forest. First we thought it might be druidic or fey, but too well manufactured. It even seemed beyond any ability of any stonesmith I'd ever encountered, but Torian suggested maybe it was ancient. An ancient artifact on the surface, undisturbed like this. It's ridiculous. Didn't buy it. But it was odd, nonetheless. Circle of stones arranged around a pit. Dark. Tried throwing light spells down there. Nothing of note. We did want to explore it, but, well...
That's a Badam altar, I think.
We ended up moving on. We needed coin badly, and, well, we had a quest to complete. Another mystery left behind, one of many. And as he sort of looks at this passage, looks at you and just goes, "We found a fucking Badam altar."
You fucking did.
We didn't bullshit. We didn't know what it was.
That's funny.
That's not funny. That's
so funny.
Annoying.
That is so funny. Oh,
Oh,
no, it's gonna be pissed. I'm not saying
I am
shit.
pissed. That's... He sort of snaps the book shut.
Well, I've got to go to church. Weird how that works out. Bye.
Have fun at church, child.
Oh, I will. I will.
All right, you're able to toddle off, leaving a fuming wizard alone.
Yes. My papa doesn't want to talk to me no more.
All right, the rest of you want to get yourselves all clean and proper for church.
Melikka was just going to go there earlier, like she said she would.
Yeah, you can go there in
So.
your vestments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nim is a dirty little child and travels as a dirty little
You're
child.
going to no grubbins.
I'm going in my I've been recently dried off because I was in water at one point today. That was my bath.
Iala, you dressing up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's dressing up a little bit.
You're making yourself your finest.
Yeah. Well, not her finest, because she's got a fancy dress, but I don't think this is...
That's not church
she doesn't think
appropriate,
it's
no.
an occasion for that one.
You make yourself presentable.
Yeah.
Noah, you looking presentable?
Noah's clean.
Noah's clean? Okay.
They're wearing their normal outfit. It's all dried out, and all the wrinkles are out. They're presentable.
There were a few of you were drying clothes alongside Cassian's at the fireplace. Okay. Yeah. You're all are able to make your way to church, which most of the townspeople do actually seem to be here. Like the sister clearly carries respect, and people do attend, including like children that are fussing. Why are we coming to church today? This is this isn't fair. When are we going to go home? I want dinner. As you all filter in, Nim, you are actually suddenly like hugged from the side as Lilac Whisper embraces you.
I give her a great
And-
big hug. How are the child and the husband?
Oh, they find it. We were worried about you.
I am okay
I'm
now, and I am back to
so
help.
happy to hear that you gave us a fright when you vanished. You know
Oh, I gave myself a fright when I vanished.
that gnarled man. He chased you out.
That ranger, that elf man.
So he said he was torn fell, and you're gonna have to tell me about that after the sermon, okay?
I'll gladly talk with you.
You're gonna come join us.
Of course, yes.
And she's going to take your hand. Arwa is actually just going to watch you go. I give you a little wave.
Bye, sweetie.
Bye, darling. Have fun. And yeah, you get dragged up to actually some like nice balcony brownie seats that they've got.
Mm-hmm.
And as you filter in, it's church. It begins with religious readings, people standing, reciting along. There's a little hymn and prayer, and basically, I don't. How many of your characters actually attended such things before?
I grew
Melikka
up in
did.
a church.
You did grow up in a church. It's pretty familiar to you.
Noah would be more familiar with like druid circles and
Yeah.
stuff.
So
than actual
the
church.
organization of this is a little unusual, Noah. Like you're sitting here wondering where is like the chanting and like the naked, carousing around a fire.
I think the thing that gets Noah is squareness of it all.
Yeah. Where are the circles?
Iala hasn't really been to churches before, other than
I'm sure your
visiting.
dwarven parents took you to little sermons for Talan.
Yeah, probably, but she was never really interested in.
Yeah, you were the child that
dwarven
was sitting there
stuff.
just kicking their legs, waiting for it to end.
She was the one. When are we going home?
Yeah.
I'm hungry. I want
Yeah,
dinner.
you sympathise with some of the kids here as the droning sermon takes you back.
Yeah.
So
Cassian,
when do we?
I think you were dragged to a lot of Mairi sermons that tasted bitter on the tongue, considering what you're going through, until you went to your master, and there wasn't a lot of religion there.
No, and what religion there was, it was
Respectful
mostly,
words to Morgani. Yeah.
until the boat ride.
Yeah. So yeah, for some of you, this is a strange new experience. Won't tell you if you like it or not. That's up to you to decide.
When do we get to burning the effigy?
What?
You know, the giant wicker safe here, or whatever they use.
Don't think that's going to be happening here. Awa sort of leans down and whispers to you, Noah.
What? Well, that's going to be kind of boring. What do we do? They're singing, but where are all the instruments?
Oh, it's not that kind of excitement either. Maybe if we're lucky, there'll be something fun to. I don't know, this. Even Awa seems to slouch back in her pure bit, now starting to unfocus herself.
So we just sit here and listen to someone talk?
No, you sit here and pray and ruminate and take these lessons into your heart.
Why do we need a building for that?
And eventually, this is a good hour of this nonsense. But eventually, the sister sort of like closes one of the texts she's has on her pew. By the way, she does go through multiple God's faith stuff, right? It's very primarily focused on the Trinity because, farming community. A lot of words said to Ilan as well. But everything
Nim
gets a
has
mention.
a little bit of lack of class because she grew up in the temple of Hea, and the children were encouraged to be rambunctious in some ways. So when Hea gets brought up, you just hear from the rafters. And then if Bahamut comes up, it's like.
But Nim, I wanted an
Yeah.
insight check from you with advantage.
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
There are, even when talking of the other gods, there are subtle phrases that she puts in, talking of helping those that do not seek help, stuff like that.
Mhm.
While there's a focus on the other gods, you realize the entire thing is, in a way, a prayer to Lorne, just beneath the surface.
I'm gonna do a slight clap,
Mm-hmm.
like quietly in between things, because I believe I got that from my Lorne books.
Mm-hmm.
the
There's a
clapping.
slight upturn to the elf's lips before she sort of looks down at her lectern, and you see that sort of heavy look on her face before she gazes up and meets eyes with a lot of you first before she starts to speak. Long have we stood together, bound not by blood alone, but by purpose, by shared laughter, by the sacred duty of honouring the gods who watch over us all. Humans, gnomes, brownies, halflings, Goliath and elf. We are many, and yet we are one. We have built our lives beneath these ancient skies, tended the fields, woven the fates of our people into the land itself. And so it pains my soul to speak what I must. The winds have changed, and there's a sort of murmuring around the sort of church when she says that. Not like surprised. People have known this, but to hear it spoken aloud by her is clearly causing a stir. But she continues on. Strange creatures try to enter our midst. The waters murmur warnings beneath the surface as they sink. The trees, once brimming with wisdom, now whisper only the warnings of the Fae. I have knelt before the shrines of the Pantheon, praying for an answer, and in my heart I feel the truth from each of them. We must go. That causes more of a stir. Some people actually seem to respond positively to this. You see certain folks sitting up, leaning closer. Someone actually does sort of break a bit of decorum, which frankly it seems to be loose, but they do go, yeah, come on, that sort of stuff. But she just holds up her hand, especially towards what seems to be some more worried dissenters. And she continues on. Some will say this is cowardice. Some will say it is weakness. But I tell you now, true wisdom is knowing when to stand firm and when to move forward. We do not abandon our home. We carry it within us. This village was never mere stone and timber. It was the strength in our hearts, the faith in our souls, the love between us. That endures, no matter the ground beneath our feet. I know the road ahead is uncertain. I know fear coils itself around your hearts. But I have seen the vision, not given by the gods, but inspired by those who come to help us. And she actually sort of gestures towards each of you.
Iala sits up a little bit straighter.
No gives a wave.
And the knowledge that moving together, we will find safety even as we keep our community. But we do not travel alone. The gods guide us as they always have. So I ask you tonight, gather what you can, and do not mourn what you leave behind. We walk not towards exile, but towards renewal. The dawn rises, and it calls us forward. Trust in me, as I trust in you. No soul is lost that has others to lean on. And she seems to pause, looking down again, for just gazing out on her flock once more. I speak not to you as a priestess, but as someone who has watched each of you grow, your families. You are all more dear to me than you could ever understand. I've stopped you from leaving to make sure that you are safe here. And now that I realize you are not, I must take you. Please follow me. Please follow our friends. You know what they did for us while they were here. You know they were driven away by the acts of a dishonorable man. You know them to be kind. You know that they care for us. They will guide us true. And she actually looks to each of you again and just says, would one of you like to come and tell them of where you will lead us?
Iala stands up and walks to the front.
Yeah, just because it makes a different statement depending on what you want to do you stand in front of the crowd but before the lectern, not moving up to the sister's position, or do you move up beside her?
I think Iala would not stand up next to her.
Okay.
Because it's this is not her church.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like she would just stand in front of everyone and not up by the
I will tell you by the sort of just expressions of people's face, you've made the right call. You've kept yourself amongst the flock. You haven't tried to stand above it, put yourself in the position of speaking for a higher power. And they seem to appreciate that.
So, as the sister has said, we've come here to help you leave this place. We've been looking into what happened the night that we left, and it is something that we can't remedy in a short time. And it would be much safer to leave this place behind for a time. We know of the town. Name just left me. 1 second. Looking it up. Morden. I have it written down. We originally came from the town of Morden, which itself has suffered a catastrophe. And knowing the hardships they've gone through, they could use more helping hands to rebuild. And so that may not be the stopping point for you, but it is a good place to start. And we welcome you to follow us there.
You expect us to just leave everything behind? How are we supposed to settle somewhere?
We ourselves have been planning to give those who are leaving, the families, a small stipend to be able to settle in a little bit easier. Each family that will be moving to Morden, we will be giving a package of 10 gold coins.
That causes some murmuring. But another voice sort of chimes up. My family built our place. Ain't 10 gold is going to buy a place like what we have.
Let's see, 1 second.
I think 10 gold covers the hard work of my father and my father's father.
It doesn't cover the work of the past, but it covers your steps to the future. Either you stay here and put your family in danger, or you step forward and keep them safe.
It's a danger here now. How soon do we have to leave?
It is not. You do not have to leave immediately, but soon. We can't stay. Being here for. You are not in immediate danger, but the sooner you are able to leave, the sooner that we can see you to safety.
It ain't more than hundreds of miles away. How do you expect us to make that journey?
We have a teleport circle just outside the town, and accomplished mages in our party. We can send a few people, a few families a day, and we
You want
can't
us to travel
send you
via
all at once.
witchcraft?
No, it is the academic arcane.
Murmur, fearful peasantry murmurs.
Do you want to stay here in a town where you're being circled by fae? Does that make you feel safer?
Excuse me.
Iala comes from Arcanist and Dragon family, so being told not to trust the magic is like
What the fuck?
she's
Yeah.
a little bit confused at that.
The questioning of like being surrounded by Fade does sort of like cause some of those louder voices to quiet down. Worried murmurs sort of intensify a bit.
Are you not worried that your children might be lured off into the woods by Fae that would try to keep them safe?
The Fae
Do
are
you
nice.
not feel this in your
As a
heart?
childish voice calls out, you hear a mother shush them, and that just intensifies the concern.
There are things out there that we don't fully understand. We can't tell you that you are not going to be in danger today, tomorrow, or the week after. What we can tell you is we can get you someplace safe, and that there is land and people who will help. We can offer 10 gold a person. That is a person, not a household.
There is a somewhat stunned silence before the mother that shushed the child sort of looks up towards you, Nim, and goes, "Is that the children too?"
I promise you that is the children too.
The one mother who has like 12 kids.
If we can get this place safe again, I would spend my time and my magic to bring you back here when it is safe. But for now, think of your lives. Think of your future.
What's the Lord of Morden like? Whose land are we going to be in? I don't want to serve her under some prick.
He's a good man.
You'll be going to be under the oh no, what is his name? No, I had his name. Give me a second.
Begins with an R.
Roger Lee.
Roger Lee. There it is. I had Dresden down as mayor, and he's
I mean,
not
it was true at one
living there
point.
anymore.
Yeah.
You'll be under the Lord Roger Lee, who in the previous catastrophe that met the town fought bravely next to the citizens. He fought beside us as a force, many his number, assaulted their banks. He is an honorable person.
He fought beside farmers and merchants and anybody in the streets and did his best and nearly died to defend his people. He is not an ass.
Can both Iala and Nim give me a persuasion check, please?
Oh, all right.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast a guidance on myself here.
Problem is, you all said everything Melikka had prepared to say.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
why she's looking at her little note and it's like, oh.
All right, I got a 22.
Okay. There's a moment of silence as the questions stop. The townsfolk just sort of talking amongst themselves, and then you like hear the heavy creaking of wood as Corim stands up. You see this sort of like furrowed brow, the scowl on his face. And he just sort of looks to you, Iala, and just goes, "How much can we carry?"
In order to travel by circle, you can take as much as you can hold.
Carts, bring carts. Load it up heavy.
You say you really have time to do this?
Yes.
Yes. As I said, there's no immediate threat, and we will be watching to make sure it stays that way.
He seems to look across the little church interior, and he yells towards someone. He goes, "Mikraf, you prepare board wheels. I'll get the metal work done for the extra carts. We can work quick." And you see Mikraf stand up, the carpenter that you once met, and they nudge someone beside them, and there's discussion, and then they just sort of nod. And Corey just looks to the rest of you and goes, "So, give us time. Let us carry what we can. It's time to leave.
As
We
any
will be-
household is ready, let us know, and we can start sending them on ahead. But they have their time to pack.
It's going to take some time to get everyone out of here, so there it there's that. You do have time.
Can we bring livestock?
Yes.
Okay. And he looks pained, and he looks over to the sister, and well, he seems to be agreeing with you. There is that that hurt look on his face, almost betrayed, but he just bows his head to her, and there's a almost pleading expression that follows, and she just sort of clears her throat a bit and just goes, "Well, sister," and she looks to you, Melikka.
Mm.
Would you like to give some last words before
Um,
we let these people go?
Melikka will stand up, kind of in the sort of the pews that they were in. Hello, I'm a new face among these people, and definitely new to all of you. I've heard many good things on the road of my travels, and I have traveled a lot. It is a part of living is sometimes leaving what you are familiar with and taking the things that are the most important with you to your hearts, your families, your memories. There's always opportunities to begin anew, to have more life and more love in an area. This place is like your nest, is like the nest that I left. But the thing is, you always have something to return to. And there is more than just the one. Is the one that you always bring with you, the one that you are all brave enough to carry with you. So let a new opportunity grow for all of you. Grow in life, grow in potential, in farm and prosperity. It's a new potential hardship, but one that people like yourselves can overcome.
Okay. There's a bit of silence that follows before Olinway looks to everybody and goes, "I'll now let you return to your homes and prepare. Of course, if anyone needs to speak with me, you can find me here. I see a good future for all of us, and this need not be forever." And she just steps out from behind a pew, and people start to stand. Moment discussion continuing on as the congregation starts to slowly filter out. Nim, you feel Lilac actually sort of squeeze your hand, sitting beside you.
I turn and smile at her.
She just gives you a sort of a sad smile in return, and she just goes, "My family's been here longer than most."
I'm certain of that. So there's never been very many brownies here, yes?
She shakes her head a bit and just goes, "The occasional merchant coming through, but always us whispers."
Your family, they always use the name Lilac?
Well, my name?
Yes.
Maybe. I think I had like a great grandmother or some such with that name.
I'm going to show you something really neat. I'm going to take out the pictures that I have because I have that little thing of all the
Mhm.
pictures of the scientists, and I'm going to find the one of Lilac.
Okay, yeah, you pull that out, and she looks quizzically at it. Too polite to actually try and take it from you, but she does like lean in closer to examine.
I'll hold it. I'll hold it out to her and let her.
She'll touch it, and it actually seems like just like perplexed by the material. See her thumbing at it, and her eyes like clearly trying to take it all in because it's a weird looking thing to someone of this time period because it's like it's a profile readout, right? It's boxed in. There's weird text around it, stuff that she cannot understand. And she goes, "This is an amazing painting."
Yes, it's a painting of a woman named Lilac, a brownie from the days before the catastrophe.
The days before this is an ancient.
Yes, it's very, very, very old.
Yeah,
Made me think of you because your name is Lilac.
yeah. She actually smiles at that and goes, "Oh, I guess some names really are traditional, right?"
Yes, you have great heritage.
And
Maybe that helps to think that you come from so many places. Yeah.
she doesn't look like the woman in the image, but as you're sort of looking between the faces, like there's the shape of the nose, right? Maybe like the way the earlobes are. Whether you're not sure whether you're reading into it because you've got your own suspicions, but it feels like there's heritage there.
That's weirder.
Yeah. She was a very brave and powerful person in her day, and I think you come from good stock. And I will put it away. But it might be scary to go someplace new, Lilac, but it will be good. And this is not forever. You can come home again.
Is that from where we're going?
I found it somewhere near there, yeah.
Maybe it's kind of like a homecoming for my family then.
Maybe. Now, your husband, was he always from here?
No. Yeah, one of those traders I mentioned. Yeah, he came in with a group of merchants. When I was just a girl, he was an awkward young man, but I mean, it wasn't love at first sight, But after a couple of summers, seeing him again, yeah, she just smiles a bit.
I know that look. Yes. You warmed your way into each other's hearts. That's beautiful.
Wormed their way.
Yeah.
This will be good for your daughter too. She can get to see some other brownies for a bit.
She nods a bit, but even as she does, you see her like wiping tears that are starting to form in her eyes. I've always thought she'd bring kids into the walls of this place like we had, and
But we cannot always plan what our children will do with their lives. Yes.
yeah.
I do not think anybody would have expected I would have left Thule. Actually, I don't know what anybody would have expected. But
Oh, look at me. I'm getting teary-eyed at the idea of traveling to somewhere relatively close, and you came across the ocean. Must become ridiculous.
No, I think it is beautiful. My heart is weak at leaving Morden as it is. I have fallen in love with that place.
That's a good place then.
But I understand. Yes, it is a good place. They have a beautiful brownie district. Lots of brownie guards, and it is a good population of people. They have suffered recently, and they have room.
Maybe it'd be good for Dari to be able to make friends with other brownies.
And pseudo dragon friends.
It might be good for you too. You kind of missed out a lot, I think.
She sort of rolls her shoulders a bit and just goes, "It's all I've ever known,
Yes, but that's the nice thing. Sometimes you can choose to be private or more involved. There's a choice you will have there.
Well, then, I hope you'll show us around.
I hope I get the chance to. I have to go to the capital at some point, but maybe we will be able to show you around quick. Or at the very least, I know a couple good people that could do that for me.
The life of an adventurer seems awful stressful.
It It is. It's a lot of traveling and yelling and pulling strings on
Screaming.
each other.
Well, you'll always be welcome in our home, no matter where that is.
Of course. And I look forward to getting to spend more time with you in the future.
She just
I
nods.
should go rejoin my girlfriend because she has been sitting in a pew with my other friends and she is
Oh,
probably
Oh
wondering
dear,
what I'm
I'm
doing.
sorry. I didn't realize I was dragging you away from. Which one is it?
It's the Drow.
Oh, she's very pretty.
Oh, she is very beautiful and smart, and she's very wily.
Oh,
But she is very sweet, and I would love to introduce you sometime.
I'd like that very much, but I won't keep you. Go climb that mountain, as they say.
Ain't no mountain high enough.
She smiles and just stands up, and you see her moving off herself. And yeah, you can rejoin the group. And you guys want to remain behind in the church? Are you filtering out with the crowd? What are you doing?
Where is Lindop?
Lindop is out of sight right now. Do you want to find Lindop?
Yes,
Okay.
because there's so many people in one place. This is probably a good time to do some scanning. I think.
Right. Right. You sort of crane your heads around trying to find Lindop within church, and you're not in here. Must be outside. So you follow like the last parts of the crowd out, and you can actually see Lindop sitting on a nearby. Yeah, it's not a fence. But the horse tie up outside of the building.
Hitch.
A stirrup?
Hitch. Thank you.
Hitch.
Yeah, a long hitch. She's just sitting on the hitch alongside Thomas and Taryc. And you see Thomas sort of talking to her, looking at the crowd, and Lindop just like shaking her head, clearly scanning the crowd as they emerge.
Oh, good. Someone had the sense to keep her nearby.
How is it looking? Noah asked Thomas, walking up to them and watching the crowd come out.
Looking good right now. At least Lindop isn't saying there's anything afoot. And Lindop sort of looks to you, Noah, and sort of eyes Iala.
But
Seen one.
That one's accounted for.
Let's say so you not forget.
thank you, Limdop. It's not like I can forget it.
Town is dull.
Sorry?
Town is dull.
Oh,
Yeah, there's not much to do here, but it's not that bad.
You do great work,
Oh, thank you.
taking the life from it.
we did?
Oh,
You will.
oh,
Is that
yes.
not your quest?
I'm not. I wouldn't phrase it but like that, but okay. Yeah, thanks, Lindop.
Empty shells, she
Right.
says, looking around at the buildings.
They will be for a time. Hopefully they can repopulate after we clear that thing from this world.
And don't dash Lindop's hopes, Iala.
She is a creepy one. I was going to whisper to you, Nim.
Hmm. I hope to harness that kind of energy someday. I want to unnerve people.
We
to
can
the
say
point where they
weird and
just say
ominous
yes.
things.
Yes, but we should get really cool witches hats.
Yeah.
Nim, did you find the whispers?
Yes, I found the whispers. I was talking with Lilac about the fact that her name reminded me of that one from the pictures. It's funny because there's like some facial features she has that just really look like that person, but you know.
That is terrifying.
Why? They're very, very attractive.
Yes, but if it's reproduced somehow,
It could just be that they're brownies and, some
That would be
brownie
wonderful.
families, just do that. We'll know if Lindop starts anything.
Knife pull.
Where is they? Will they be leaving, or does they live in the church?
The Whispers have not left the
Really?
church.
They are still in the church. Did you want to go meet them?
Yeah,
No.
I think I want Lindop to look over them just in case.
You don't need to meet them. You just need to look at them.
I do not care to
And
go in the
that's-
full box. And even as she's saying that in protest, Thomas is just picking her up underarm and starting to walk towards the chapel.
Thank you, Thomas.
Mhm.
Marry the halfling.
Come,
Uh,
Arwa, I want you to meet the Whispers. Can you put your ring on?
only if they do not steal you away from me again.
Okay.
She'll put her ring on. I'll roll a number.
Uh-huh. Slowly getting
Melikka
closer to permanent.
will...
Very close to permanent. We're like one away right there, weren't we?
She you ride upon Nomi.
Yeah, we're right on Nami on the way back in.
You head back on in, and you see Olenway give you all a sort of quizzical look as you move back in, especially with like the way Thomas is carrying Lindop.
Lilac Whisper, are you still here?
There's a few moments before you see like you've seen their home, like mostly within the walls, but they've got like a little carved entranceway up in the beams and so on, little front porch, and you see the door sort of open up, and Lilac steps out again, and she comes and leans over her little railing, looking down at you all, and goes, "Oh, yeah, yes, dear."
We just wanted to pay our respects really quick. This is my beautiful girlfriend, Arwa. We wanted to make pleasantries real
I
quick.
didn't know that Drow could. What? You're flapping on up there with Nomi.
Yeah, we'll flap up
Yeah.
over Nami.
And you all see like this pleasant little brownie lady, sort of like embracing Arwa, shaking her hands, and meanwhile,
Where's Dalan and Dari?
oh, so Dari is having dinner, but let me Dalan, Dari, come on out. And there's a little bit of movement inside before the husband and daughter come on out, and Dari immediately sort of looks at you in delight, Nim, and she runs on over, like stares up at you, gives you a quick hug, and then she's just going straight over to Nomi.
It completely ignores the drow.
Yep, not interesting. Doesn't know that person.
Not the fact that a drow would be like the most novel thing for.
Excuse me, there's a silver dragon there that she can harass, so
Yeah.
which
Give the long
normally is
big
like
hug.
leaning his head up, going, but otherwise being good. And
We are sorry to interrupt your dinners. It's just I was talking to my beautiful girlfriend, and I was saying, we should come and pay our respects before we head off. So.
oh, well, but did you want to join us for dinner?
Arwa, would you like to join them with dinner?
Certainly. She sort of leans over the railing, looking down at the rest of the group, and goes, "You don't mind if we have dinner here, do you?"
No, it's fine.
Noah's going to look at Lindop.
Lindop is just squinting her eyes.
Anything?
Lingering.
Does it linger?
Shadow stretching far
Mm.
back.
Hmm.
Is
Like-
that be a problem?
No. Yes. I don't know. Like a faint whisper.
This is the whispers. All right. Well, we are going to have dinner here. You will have a lovely night.
All right, you have fun. We will talk about other things while you're gone.
Yeah. Like, what Malthori's studying?
All right, we'll
Um,
check on
Nomi starts
on him.
meeping, and Taryc goes, "Oh, can we bring him in?" And Lilac just sort of looks somewhat afraid at that concept, and just goes, "We don't have an entrance. We could try and fix him up a bowl of food, but he'd have to stay out here."
You don't mind that, do you, Nami? Or do you want to go back with everybody else?
Are you acting entirely unconcerned, Nim?
I am acting unconcerned.
Okay. In that case, he does not actually pick up that there's anything that could potentially be wrong here, and just sort of looks over at the others, looks at the. You see, he actually very rudely leans his head round, tries to peer in the doorway, looking to their tiny kitchen, their tiny plates, and then he just scrambles off and follows the rest of the group.
That is my child.
And Dara just goes, "Aww."
Don't worry. If you make the journey with us, you will be going to a city with lots and lots of pseudo dragons. They have a Bahamut temple. We'll tell you all about that.
Dari's eyes light up, and she actually sort of grabs your hand and starts to try to drag you in. And yeah, you can join the Whispers for dinner with Awa.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I just wanted to lure the Whispers outside enough to hopefully get a check in.
Yeah. The rest of you, as you leave the temple, Thomas sets Lindop down, and Lindop just sort of stays staring towards the temple, looking a little confused.
Well, if no one else seems to be affected, then as maybe they are not infectious.
He does not scream hatred at them.
That's so. Well, that throws a wrench into things. What does that mean?
Maybe that's a good thing.
I can only hope so, but
Is he still screaming? Is it still screaming hatred at me?
Yes,
Sadness.
you are foul.
But
I'll ignore that.
The one down in the mine was one of these scientists, and their ancestor was one of these scientists. Why did this one's Whispers have a normal life and not be like the one that we saw?
I have no idea. Maybe it was able to follow the act long enough to sire children, and it only tends to turn into that monstrosity when the act is over. It no longer knows what to do, and
It's solidified itself within the lives of the people.
maybe
These
I wonder if
these people that left, Thomas asks questioningly, were they like the things that you encountered, or did they just carry things? Were they people when they left?
they
don't know. They, for all we can know, is that they were like Iala, which touched but not in complete.
Not a mimicry.
Yeah. Because the botanist that was here was one of them, had the face of one of them that escaped. I don't know if that was him or it was just had his face.
maybe Zebrani actually did escape. And maybe it was Lilac from. I don't know.
I mean,
Didn't Zebrani?
a changeling might take your face, but doesn't mean you stop living your life, right?
Yes. Wasn't Zebrani? Zebrani saved the old Rajali and his party. Yes.
That's what you've all said, yes.
So
Yeah, which that was way after the scientists lived. Thomas doesn't know that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is that lilac that shouldn't be the one from all that time ago. It was one that slipped in. So
We were worried that the lilac was uh, an addition.
yes, like what happened to us down there. Why didn't you say anything, Lindop, when that copy joined us when we came out of the water?
It was obvious, wasn't it?
No.
No. I
It's
had
unfor-
memories of training with it. Which is
You
weird
could-
because I just joined you all, so I don't understand how that was.
Lindop is looking at you all like you're stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Well,
It
we
seems to get
confirmed-
into the mind, Lindop. Because of your patron, it might not be able to get into yours.
Or is it just weakness?
It's not
No.
weakness.
No. You've got protection that we don't.
My patron doesn't protect me.
Might.
Can I learn this strength from you?
Do you wish to end it all and be devoured?
Hold that thought. I think I will mull that over.
Even as you're
Look-
speaking, Lindop's coming up to you and is actually reaching out and clasping your hands like a newfound friend.
Uh,
Case of
Cover it in
oblivion
the
can
pocket.
rise you to such great power.
Be careful, Noah.
Gaze into
I-
the abyss with me and understand things unknowable and forgotten.
I do want to learn things that are unknowable and forgotten.
Noah.
And as they ravage your mind, you will scream to toss them back into the void and everything with them.
That might be a little bit too intense for me. I'll put a
Also, you
bookmark
can
on
do
that.
cool stuff like this. And she's just shooting off a couple of eldritch blasts into the air.
Oh,
Noah! She snaps her fingers.
okay. No, I will have to decline for now.
When you feel the call, I will help you find the emptiness within.
Okay. As soon as I get the call, I'll call you.
Last time you answered the call, Noah, you nearly walked off a roof.
Just
Well,
Is this in
Yep.
my agreement to protect them from themselves? Does anybody know if
No.
that's a thing?
No, we wouldn't put that on you.
Wait. When did you get here?
What the fuck are you talking about? I've always been here. And Thomas is going to pick up Lindop.
Panicked people checking their lists. Yes, Thomas is on the list.
It's Thomas.
Everyone checks their list real quick.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, Thomas is on the list.
Good, you passed.
I'm thrilled. Is anyone Lindop
Well,
needs
no,
to be checking?
it's the passing of everyone else too, because keeping randomness
What was that, Yuli?
at bay.
Is there anyone else Lindop needs to be checking?
Let's see. We've checked everyone in there. Who is the else is left?
I think we need to ask the priestess, whoever didn't show up, because otherwise,
Otherwise, we wouldn't know who arrives. We hit the bulk of the town, at least. And maybe we need to check whatever families hung out with the Whispers the most, just to be sure. But that seems to be a safe route, at least.
Melikka's tilting her head from side to side. Wouldn't the thing want to leave?
Fairly.
You should
Then
check,
why
see
would...
who wasn't in attendance, all the same.
Right. Maybe we can go around as a guise of, do they need help with something?
We don't
Help
need any
packing.
guises. We can just help them pack.
Yeah,
It's
well,
less a
good.
guise and more of just extending a hand with benefits.
With... Okay,
So we will.
that works. Same method, different ways of skinning cat. It works.
So let's go see if Meltori is still alive, and then we go on from there. We probably have a lot of work to do in the morning.
You
I
go talk to your old
will-
man. One of you go talk to the priestess.
I'll go talk to the priestess.
I will go see how Meltori is doing.
I'm gonna go get some
I'm-
dinner and make sure she eats.
I had my fill of churches today. We'll see you tomorrow then, Thomas.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Or later.
Oh,
Or whenever we next meet.
you all set the pace. Admittedly, I'm eager to get back, but I'm not gonna run off on you.
Alright. Have a good evening. You too, Lindop.
Lindop points at her eyes, points at you as she's carried off by Thomas.
It's amazing that she just accepts to be carried.
I mean, it's a lot faster.
I guess. Do you need to be
Nim does-
carried? Looks at Noah.
My 2 feet are quite capable of walking, thank you very much.
Well, if you ever need, just ask.
I will.
Melikka will smile and then wave to the party. I'll see you later.
No nods.
Melikka's
see you
heading
later.
back into the church. Nomi is on your other shoulder, opposite Shalai, Iala. Just
You're
you're getting constant messages of hungry, hungry, hungry.
I am the double dragon. And I get it, not me.
You're the triple dragon.
Nomi want potato and big vegetable and soup and bigger potato. And also
It's
the
just us
crunchy
walking.
meat.
How does Nim put up with this?
You head back into the tavern. Melikka, you head back in, and Olinway looks over at you, one of you entering for the third time, and just gives it like a quizzical eyebrow raise now.
Was seeing if there's anything else that you need help with your congregation.
She lets out a sigh and just shakes her head and just sort of gazes around the chapel and just goes, "No, I'm just thinking about what I need to take."
It's like I said, it's what you carry is the important things.
No, valuables are very important. Shouldn't be leaving gold
yes.
icons around.
I mean, in a more
Some of these books are
symbolical
quite old.
practical. Yeah.
We speak the sweet words to the flock, but we must always keep in mind the practical.
Mm-hmm. I attended. I served. I was not fully welcomed in. So I still follow though. It's nice. Though I did want to also ask for the others. We still want to do cursory checks on those that did not attend, and maybe you could help with finding those who did not show up.
She actually nods and just goes, "I know who was missing. Old man Conway, rather obvious. He wouldn't be able to make it here. His son should be heading back towards their stead now. And the Briars went in attendance. They're expecting kids any moment. Goats.
Oh. Oh. Well, still. Well, it'll be a good opportunity for myself as well. Then. But yes, the others had expressed that they want to make sure everything is kosher.
Conway instead. She's actually going to sort of walk to the entrance of her chapel, and she's just going to point in two different directions, giving you an indication of where to go.
Mm-hmm. It was the Conway and Briars.
The Briars, yeah.
Well, we will check on them in the morning then. And to offer assistance in travel. As well.
Yes. Oh. Good night, sister.
Good night, Sister Allenway.
And
thank you for letting me speak as well.
This church serves all faiths, so it's only appropriate. She heads back in. You heading back to join the others, or moving off on your own? What are you doing?
Yeah, she's kind of a one-track mind, so she's just kind of going to leave the chapel and meander her way back. Just kind of take a look around in the evening.
You can catch up pretty soon. That wasn't a long conversation.
No.
The rest of you heading into the inn. There's actually quite a few folk in here. Not everyone's gone home. So the tavern's actually pretty bustling. Which you'll get attention when you come in. People looking at you. Someone, in fact, actually stand up. This sort of a young man comes on over and just goes, "Can I buy you all a drink?"
Sure. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
I wouldn't mind.
Of course.
Thank you.
And he nods and he goes and puts like a bunch of copper pieces on the bar. And soon enough, you all have ales in hand. Melikka, you can come on in and join. And he sort of like looks a little nervous for just he also doesn't know where to look. So I think he's going to end up mainly looking. No, the face is scary as well. He's going to mainly look at Cassian.
It's so scary.
This is boobs of Fae, so he's going to go with the centaur. He's going to address you, Cassian, and just goes, "We're really getting that much gold?"
Yeah.
Truthfully.
Yes.
On the
Help you get
gods.
started. I have no reason to lie to you.
You got no reason to give us gold either.
Actually, we do.
We're asking you to leave everything you know and are comfortable with. Yes, we're going to help you out. It's who we are.
Wow. That's we don't got to stay in Morden, right?
No, you just can't come back here.
Until it's safe.
Why would I want to come back here?
If you want to wander further after you get to Morden, that is of your own mind and ambitions.
I could get on a book, or I could book a boat, or I could.
I was a little confused there for a moment.
I could go anywhere.
You can.
What's your name?
Oh, I'm Carl.
Carl.
I'll be back in a few minutes. Something's going on outside.
Is there any reason why you want to get out of here so bad?
He sort of gives you a confused look and just like looks around and just goes, "You seen this village? There's nothing here." Listen, because I want to do right by my ma, but I don't want to spend the rest of my life cutting down trees or sowing fields,
Uh-huh.
There's stuff. You're adventurers, right?
Yeah.
I could do that. Yeah, I could go out
Right.
and see great things and do great things and have great things and I could help people in need and I could earn money and coinage and then I can help people like you're helping us. I could.
That's a wonderful thing to think about, but you need to start slow. It's a dangerous
One
job.
step at a time, yes. We
Right.
all just
But how did you all
didn't.
start?
Hold that thought. I just need to go check on one of our companions.
Uh,
Noah's going to get up and look for Lindop.
Lindop is doing her usual thing of shoveling a couple of bites of stew into her mouth. One goes into the pocket. Sitting down the bar away from you guys with Thomas.
Are we gonna rub
Noah's
Lindop
immediately
on every
suspicious of the person
person?
who wants
Yes.
to leave.
Lindop, look!
Lindop
Yeah.
ignores you.
You gotta pick her up. You gotta pick her up.
You can't.
Thomas, can you point the Lindop towards Carl over there?
Thomas actually gives you a slightly disgruntled look himself, before he just grabs the back of Lindop's head and like turns her forcefully. And Lindop just like peers at all of you.
How's Carl?
Who?
That guy right there. Any hatred being sung about him?
Boring.
Okay, thank you.
Oh my gosh, this is a regular guy. Just genuinely
Sorry.
wants to leave town. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
We have to check everything. Constant vigilance.
Everyone all right with your friend?
What?
That's a good question. Noah says, sitting back down. I just needed to ask them something real quick.
Oh,
So yeah, we were adventurers. Well,
you
our
were?
adventurers. It's
Oh,
our adventurers. It's been
We are
been kind of-
adventurers, yes.
kind of a intense
This one
couple of
hasn't
months.
slept in a while.
I'm sorry. Listen, if you need to rest, I don't mean to bother.
Oh no, it's fine. I don't sleep.
Because you're an adventurer?
No, because I'm a fae.
Oh.
Not fae. I can.
Oh, you're only half fae. Oh, all right,
yes.
okay. Okay, he sort of nods as if like this explains why you're not pulling me apart.
Do you want to
Yeah,
sit down, Carl?
Thank you. He'll actually take a seat and sort of leans in closer and goes, so like, yeah, I'm pretty good with an axe and like I can swing it real good. So that's a start, right?
It is.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah. It's a good thing that we are heading to Morden. Then there is an adventurers guild there with a training hall. You can
You can get
probably
started.
Is that yeah?
Oh, really?
Everybody has to start somewhere.
Yeah. In fact, I'm good. I'm good friends with the guild master there.
Could you put in a word for me?
Iala squints and Noah.
I'm in good favors. I
She
think
nods her head.
I think she likes me.
Keep
So-
going, Noah.
You'd be able to put in a good word for me then.
Your merits will also help you.
Merits?
Yeah, your skills, you're good with an axe, you can cut tree, you are strong.
Yeah.
Yes. Those will also help.
I also know I know how to ride horse.
Well, actually,
Good.
we could have actually used that a while ago. But do you know how to drive a cart?
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how much that comes up.
Many adventurers.
That's a valuable skill. Then I'm sorted.
How many adventurers have vehicles as a skill?
Not this group.
Not this group.
I would have to say that you'll have a bit of a windfall when you leave here. Take it slow and test the waters before you go into adventuring. There might be something else you might find yourself in.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, and yeah, I know it's maybe not realistic, but it's nice to dream, right?
Yes,
And
yes, it is.
of course, I'll make sure Miss Mars settled all fine first, but I don't know, this is exciting. I can go do something, anything. So
That's the kind of.
thank you.
You're welcome.
It's a good drive and a very good ambition to see. I hope you
I
do
hope-
well.
As do I.
Morton will actually consider you a boon. They're going to need a lot of help over there, even if you don't jump off into adventuring right off. You can make a name with yourself just by helping people out there. Town was
He nods.
town was hit there by a recent tragedy, and so anyone that can help them will be greatly welcomed.
Oh, as you're helping us avoid a tragedy, I'll help them. Yeah.
That's the spirit. Sounds like a true
back.
adventurer. Noah raises their ale to him.
Melikka will clap him on the shoulder. You're on the right path.
He grins and raises his own ale in return. Then he sort of goes, "What adventurers? Your groups, you got names, right?"
Oh,
I just joined, so this is a question to them.
What's yours?
Good question.
That
we're
involves-
between names right now. We had a little bit of a fiasco with the capital, and we may need to go under rebranding.
Yeah, just an upstairs voice shouting, "Shadow Wizard Money Gang!"
Oh, Wizard Buddy Gang. Well, Tori's been trying
And for
to get
some
that
odd reason,
name to
Cassian
pass.
just feels that Cassian feels, for some odd reason, the need to shout back, "Make nuclear bombs legal!"
Tori's been trying to make that name the legitimate party name for 70 years. He's an old man. Let him have it.
I mean, that does fit us, except I'm not very shadowy, but I guess I am Fae, so.
What you have is a cloak of
Morning.
say a fave of mourning.
I guess I do have the most shadowy besides Maltori at the moment.
Well,
You made
what are you guys
deals
talking
with-
about?
Sorry.
Sounds like you're having
sorry,
a
sorry.
conversation that's following on from something that no one heard.
Sorry, this sometimes happens, inter-party
Wow,
talk,
adventurous.
banter. Yeah,
Maybe you'll find a party yourself that will.
randomly say weird things in the middle of strangers, in front of strangers.
And go on
Complete-
wild tangents.
Complete monologues with each other.
Shadow Wizard Buddy Gang.
Shut up!
Well, he actually sort of like stands up and sort of raises his drink again and actually shouts out loudly, "Well, this is to my friends, the adventurers of good coinage.
You could just say of Morden, Adventures of
Oh,
Morden.
adventurers of Morden, saviors of Galen, and those that give us freedom." And he sort of cheers out. And he gets a couple of cheers in return, but most of the bar just looks at him. There's a couple of half-hearted "Hey's," but most of them are like, "What the fuck is he on about?"
And the crowd goes wild. Yay.
He's the most enthusiastic member of this town.
I'll let you get back to it. And thanks again. He sort of like smiles very broadly, and he's heading back over to join some of his friends.
So do we add Carl to the list?
We should.
Okay. We should all make sure we're all in agreement to that, because if we say, hey, there's this new person, Carl, and the other people don't know, then they may have suspicion. So
We should. Oh man, we should have been getting everybody's name on the
Everybody's names?
everybody's names while we were
can't-
in the church.
I can't remember that many names, Noah.
That's why we write it down.
I'm not going to
You
write
can't
down
even
everybody
remember
in the
this-
town's name.
You can't
I
remember
really
the
want to
six-
see the Fae asking all the people in town for
Can
names.
I have your name,
Figure
please?
this out.
We, Sister Allenway did say 2 families were missing from the sermon that we can check on tomorrow morning.
All right. Thank you,
I
Melikka.
don't know where this tomorrow morning stuff's coming from.
What time is it? Well,
Oh,
didn't we
it's
send
it's
the-
evening.
like
It's
dinner
evening.
time.
It's dinner time. You're in a crowded bar. People are awake.
I mean, I guess we can check on them now.
No, but this is the olden times. This is like 6 p.m.
Uh,
Okay.
okay, so there's the
I'm used to-
Briars.
You can wait until
Or-
tomorrow if you want, but I never said that.
The Briars are expecting kids, goat kids, and so that's why they didn't show up. And then there's Conway, which Conway the son came. The Conway the old man did not, because I guess he's really old and feeble.
I see. Well,
And I know where the locations are if you want to rub Lindop on them.
once she's done eating, we can go give them a visit then.
And
You can all look over and see Lindop putting her spoon into her pocket.
whoop.
That's not. She shouldn't do that. That doesn't belong to her.
It
She can
belongs
put
to the void now.
You know, I'm
Careful,
just-
no,
What?
you're sounding like Lindop.
I mean, I was just stating obvious fact, but
The way you said it and your eyes got big, it was weird.
what? What do you mean?
Yeah,
Why
it
are you staring
was.
at my eyes?
All right, you're gonna have food.
It's the common thing to do.
Lindop
Is
wasn't
it
finished with her meal, by the
says
way. She's now just
nothing
spooning
about its eyes.
handfuls.
Oh, she's
Yeah, she's
Oh.
using her fingers now.
using her fingers now. The spoon served its purpose.
Oh, yes. You'll sit down to have dinner as well. Waiting patiently for Lindop to finish hers. Nim, you and I will have a lovely dinner. It is mostly like being pestered by a child asking all sorts of questions about Morden,
Mhm,
what you've been doing.
mhm.
Can she do those things
Yep.
too?
Yeah, well, maybe.
She's
She's very good.
But when she starts asking that about some of like the more adventurous stories, Dari just give you a little, Lilac just give you a little bit of a look as if like, please don't encourage. But soon enough, dinner's finished, and 1 second. Delan actually sort of just go, you girls need a place to sleep.
Oh no, we have something set up at the inn already, but thank you.
Oh, good. I mean, you're welcome to stay the night nonetheless, but I understand you probably
Appreciate
need to get back to your friends.
Yes, I got to do a lot of work and finger wigglies probably in the coming days.
Well,
Um,
let me escort you. Lilac, you probably should be getting Dari to bed. I'll see him back safe. And Lilac just smiles and nods. Dari whines.
plaintive child upsetty.
Aha.
Alright. Yep, and then yeah, we'll start heading back
And
out with them.
yep, Dylan leads you down and out the chapel, and he just goes, "Oh, it's quite the upheaval."
I'm sorry for it, what it is.
Oh, it's not too bad in my mind. You know, I like the idea of Darian and Lilac seeing more. You know,
I think it would be good for both of them.
yeah.
And I will be honest, I was heartsick worried about this town while we were gone. And I do not know if we are going to be able to be here as often, knowing that what we have to look for to fix it. And I did not want this to be left for a year of you all by yourselves. Could be terrifying.
I'm glad that we've tried to keep it from the children, but of course they hear things, right? And Dari's been having nightmares, and gods know I have as well.
What kind of nightmares?
Be screaming in the fire, trying to get us loved ones being replaced. You know,
Mhm.
God, I knew him so well.
Everyone knew him. That was the scary thing. I don't want you to spread this to others, but that isn't the only one that we run into. And it is not easy any of the times.
Is there more here?
Not right now. That is why we should move while it is safe. They are checking to make sure there are none anywhere nearby. That is
Well.
what we found a way to check. So we are checking. So you can be sure that everyone that we leave with is who they are.
And where you're taking us, it's
As safe as we can be.
he nods and goes, I know I should be brave about this, but I
No, fuck being brave. You know what? Everybody's allowed to be scared.
Biden,
You
I'm
don't have.
terrified.
Yes, be terrified. It's just totally normal. And you know what? We're doing what we do because we want to protect the things we love, not because we're brave. Right?
Yeah.
And that's okay. Brave gets you killed.
I don't know how you girls do it.
A lot of bluster and lying to yourself. Doing.
Oh, thank you for looking out for us.
I'll be back. Do you need help packing? I know it's a lot.
I haven't even thought about it. I'll be honest. I guess we need to look over what we might take. I guess. If we needed help, I'll ask. I'm not too proud.
All right. As I'm pretty sure that if we can get some of the taller folk to help, we can make sure that you can pretty much bring everything if you want.
Yeah, one of them can carry everything we own in one end. So
Yeah, it does be kind of ridiculous, really. But yeah. All right, I'm gonna give him a big hug.
He gives you a sort of comforting hug in return, as if like he's trying to act somewhat parental here, somewhat confident, but you can tell this is a scared man.
Keep a brave face for your wife and your child.
Always.
But
it'll
be all right.
Yeah, it will. I believe you when you say that.
It will be all right.
Gardener's blessings on you.
I am lucky then to have the gardener's blessings.
Yeah, he gives a respectful nod and
I will bow at my head and go, the blessing of Bahamut on you and the daughter.
How can I not be brave? He says with a chuckle as he sort of turns to walk back home.
Bold, not brave.
Bold it is. And
loop Arwa's arm and we head home, dearie.
Let's and she'll head back to the tavern with you. You come in time just to see all of you can see Thomas like trying to stop Linda from putting that bowl beneath her coat. It's like iron grip on her arm. She's just glaring at him.
Wow. Lindop!
Lindop turns to face you as you call out to her. Thomas takes the bowl from her hand. Lindop scowls and then just hops down from her seat. Foul distractions.
What? I saw nothing.
Oh, welcome back. I hope you had a good dinner.
I had a very good dinner and a lovely time talking with them. I hope you're all having a good time.
Yeah, we're just waiting for Linda to finish up.
And we are gonna go ahead to the two families that did not show up, just to make sure they are okay.
I'm going to glance around. Are we busy tavern, or is it quieted down? Is it less of
It's
us?
still relatively busy. There are people that are definitely like just getting drunk here. Some of the people that were just eating are leaving, but it's still a little bustly.
No, them is going to motion everybody in and then stop. I am going to talk to you privately. Unfortunately, there's not much place to do that unless we go out to the card house. So we will talk here. I was talking with father earlier, and there was something in his books that I noticed, and I have brought it to his attention. Something he wouldn't have noticed because the old man has so many books from so long. You know, it doesn't mean as much to him. And Nim's going to use minor illusion.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to make the picture of what she recollects the page looked like.
Okay.
With
Can
the
you
thing.
go ahead and just give me a straight actually Arcana. We're gonna call this Arcana. Because
Okay.
I'd asked for an int check anyway, but
Yeah. I'm gonna give myself guidance on this because
Mhm.
Nim's trying to do it good. So, but I don't have a good Arcana skill, so it's gonna be bad.
14.
14.
Like it's definitely it's a circle with squiggles around it.
Mhm.
Because it's all fresh in most of your minds, it is reminiscent of Badam, just quite obviously there.
It's on.
Yeah.
It honestly probably looks more Badam-like because Nim's making it.
Yeah, in
she's
fact,
trying
it
to
looks
remember.
more like the icon than maybe the drawing did.
I'm the go. He had something like this in his books. He had dreams.
Fucking
What
yeah,
does
yeah.
that even mean?
I've never
What
seen
does
this
that mean?
A
before.
circle with
Is
squiggles.
is my art
Is it
that
the
bad?
sun?
My art that
What?
bad? You can't tell what this is.
Isn't
She's so lucky she's pretty. She mumbles.
It's almost-
I mumble to you, Nim.
Oh, Nim's ears droop. I am pretty, yes.
No, not. You're beautiful. I mean, the dumb dragon.
Oh, wait, we have a dumb dragon.
You're so sweet.
isn't that Badam's sigil?
Yes,
What's Tori doing with it?
Maltori had dreams of this in his youth. And we were going through his books, and we found out it happened around the time he was in Arcanist. And the description in his notes, his diary, he was at the Badam altar.
What do you mean he was
Yes.
Kidding.
And
Maltori!
he doesn't
Noah
remember it.
shouts.
You shouted, Maltori.
You keep it down. We're in a tavern with
And-
people.
You yell, Maltori. A few of the drunkards are actually just going to raise their glasses and be like, Maltori.
Hold on!
Anyway, he's near the Dragonstein Mountains in the Arcanist. That may be someplace we will want to check out if we want to learn more about this Badam. But it lingered in his dreams.
Speaking at the
Lindop.
top of the stairs, Nim. You see Maltori starting to come down, peering because he heard his name being called.
Oh, I'm dismissing my illusion, and I'm just like, you had to do it. You had to yell at the old man.
Who the fuck's calling for me?
I look up at him. I point. At my eyes, and I point at him and scowl.
The fuck? He's just sort of like gestures in confusion before shaking his head, and he's just going to head back upstairs.
Oh,
You act like
Nim, how do you expect? That was what 40 years ago. You can't expect him to remember a squiggle in his drawing in his book. He has a lot of scribbles. He's a mage.
and I had more scribbles.
Also, I'm a little worried about his memory as of late. I was just mumbled.
I am also worried about that as well. I was going to bring up that given the fact that this was found in his notes and he does not quite remember it, maybe we should take an interest in his old stories. Maybe we should start reading some of his diaries and see if there are more clues that he has missed because he was chosen by the gods.
I
And
didn't
I think
realize it at the time.
his life has been rich and full of adventure. There are probably places and things he does not even recall, or bits of
Feeling-
story.
Will you hand over those? diaries willingly?
I'm saying that we be good children and we take an interest in Papa and we ask him to let us read his cool adventure stories. We
Oh.
manipulate the shit out of the old man.
Good luck with that. He would read me stuff from those books, but he would never let me get my hands on them.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we need to start having story time with Papa. We take
Oh,
turns.
I'm sure he'll love that.
I wouldn't mind hearing a little bit more of his past.
I like
sounds-
hearing it.
It does sound a little kind of interesting. It would give us something to do when we're walking.
Hmm. I'm just saying that I think that there's a lot of path here that some of us would be interested in. So I am sharing it with you. But I know Papa is upstairs studying the path. What are we doing?
I guess
You're
investigating these families.
The families, yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
We are going to check the last two families that I believe are in the town. That we've checked everyone else, unless there's
I mean,
people under the floorboards we don't know.
I'm gonna make the illusion again of the. This time I'm just going for a Madame
Uh-huh.
symbol. Does this mean anything to you, Lindop?
Lindop looks at it, and then she just like fishes out a rod from under her clothes, which has that symbol on top of it.
That's what I said. Thank you.
Wait, what? What is that?
It goes back under her robes.
What was that?
That is a
Or-
pact wand. That is a symbol of their pact with the great being that they work for, which is clearly Badam.
No, the Devourer.
Yes, Badam.
Devourer.
Yes, Badam.
Devourer.
Yes. Devour.
No, but
Badam.
I don't know what this word is.
It is a word that doesn't mean anything anymore because it doesn't exist.
The word of
Isn't that beautiful?
nothingness.
Yes, Badam.
Badam.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you put things in the pocket with the nothing pocket, what happens?
It went to nothing. It disintegrated.
So you have a pocket in your shirt that if you put things into it, it goes away?
Me? I don't have one of those.
But didn't Lindolf give you a little bit of something with those nothing?
Oh, I hope not. She checks her bag of holding because that's where she put it.
Oh no, I thought you put it in your pocket.
She did, but then she put it in her bag of holding for holding.
Right. You're looking at your bag of holding. Most of your stuff's still there. You're trying to find nothing.
Yeah.
I'll give me an investigation check.
It's in here somewhere. I know it.
Did we also just create an instance of the Schrodinger's cat?
Oh no!
Oh no!
Wow. I didn't think it was possible to fail this check.
Oh gosh!
Oh
You have a reroll.
I need to sit and think about this unless you're re-rolling.
I could have
no!
Sharad.
This is a 0.
I'll send Shalai in there. What if the nothing gets Shalai?
Do you see anything?
It's a never-ending
No,
story.
no.
bullshit.
Your roll's going to stand.
Okay.
Unless you're actually re-rolling that roll, nothing's going to change this.
Let's see. Which is more amusing?
This.
We're gonna keep rolling with this. She looks through her bag.
Holy
I feel
shit.
lightheaded.
Hang on, okay. I need to sit. 1 second. 1 second.
So Yali is going fully
And
into
this
the
is
bag
where
of
we have our
holding,
first
right?
part.
I need. Fuck. No, please re-roll it.
What will it give me if I roll it?
Oh.
Mm. Okay, no, we're running
No.
with this. We're running with
No,
this.
use woe on Yali if
You've
they reroll.
inspired the DM.
I can re-roll. I've got a spare re-roll. I'll re-roll it.
Are you sure about that?
Too
Because
late.
you've inspired the DM, you see.
I want this inspiration to stand, please. Great.
All right, we'll see what happens.
Okay. Iala, you are looking through your bag, trying to find nothing. And as you do so, you reach into the bag and you instantly find something in hand.
She pulls it out.
You pull something out. What everyone else sees is Iala with a handful of nothing, emptiness. Iala, there is substance in your hand. Do you try to look at it?
I mean,
He
there
would.
she would. There's like she has no idea what it is, what
She's
she
like,
just
"Yes."
grabbed. So she has to check.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's looking at it.
Iala, make me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh
An
no.
intelligence saving throw again. Oh, wonderful! Am I gonna get double possessed? Oh man, am I gonna get double possessed? Intelligence save, you said.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
July
Iala,
gives you +2.
as you find
I-
your... could give you +2.
Okay, give.
I don't know
at
how.
least give me a. No, she can't. There's like. I can't. That's something I feel like I have to like actively give her
Mhm.
for something like this. It's
Yeah.
a lot tougher for her to do that. I'm wondering. I'm not gonna re-roll. Let's see where this goes.
All right. Iala, as you find
Uh-huh.
yourself trying to comprehend the substance of nothing, of not just the vacancy of objects, but literal nothingness. You gaze at this concept in your hand that is contradictory and non-existent, that you were somehow dumb enough to make real. The rest of you see Iala go catatonic and fall over backwards.
Melikka is like,
Roll her on her side. Her chest will suffocate her.
I know that. She rolls yeah, over.
No, it kneels down next to her. And Iala snaps their fingers. Are you okay? Hello?
I just cannot ignore the serendipity of... You didn't even roll a natural 1. You rolled a 0. You rolled nothing.
You rolled nothing.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, you can't rouse Iala. Iala, you feel like you're still gazing into both nothingness and infinity of the void. You feel the waning of existence around you, the fleetingness of substance, how everything is heading towards this state of non-being. You are coming to comprehend, without knowing the basics to understand, entropy. The cartwheeling of the universe towards its inevitable unraveling and end. Not even an end, because ending would be a thing in itself. And there is something there. A nothingness within the nothing. And something in you is railing against it, trying to pull you. You're being pulled from two sides. Which do you follow?
So she would not. She's. If one way is something at the end of nothing, and the other one is not nothing, I think she's gonna pull away from the thing she doesn't understand and go the other direction.
Well, both of these are hard to understand, so which one is that?
Okay, one is pulling her towards the end of everything, and
Mhm.
the other one is not.
Do you follow entropy, or do you follow this thing that feels like it's wrapped around you? There's something grasping you. It feels like you, in a way, and yet alien pain. So, what is your philosophy? Do you believe that the nihilistic end of everything is better than eternal suffering?
Wow, what's a drop on the audio?
Give me a second.
All
Let's
right.
see.
Well, now that we've gone all interstellar,
Let's see. Eternal pain or end of everything.
Is suffering worth existence, or is the peace of nothing all that is required?
Oh, there. That she. Yeah. Let me try and separate what I believe
To
and
what
what
Iala
Talia might
believes.
believe.
Yeah.
Let's see. Going through her life. She would probably. I think before her meeting with Tiamat, she might have leaned towards the entropy thing because uh, she was hurting because she's doing all this stuff because she wanted to be re-noticed by her mother. But after she was told that she's doing good by something she really looked up to, I think she might think the pain that they just went through is worth it.
Okay.
The pain she's going through is worth something.
So, you let yourself be pulled away from the void.
Yeah.
Okay. You turn into the embrace. You witness a flash of red, a universe of tendrils, of nerves, of pain and agony. What concept would you like to teach the Mara Noref?
Let's see. Let's see. The pretty much in this catatonic state where she's just witnessed like the end of the universe and is in kind of, I guess, a zen moment, she would try to comfort it.
Okay.
Like,
So, friendship,
was comforted.
love, understanding. What do you want to give here?
Sympathy.
Sympathy, I think,
Okay.
because she's just like Tiamat to her. She want there's something she in this state doesn't understand what is. She tries to comfort it.
Okay. You teach it comfort. And
I hope
Iala,
that's a good thing.
your eyes snap open. You see your friends gathered around you. I think someone's like trying to do chest compressions on you, wake you up. The moment your eyes snap open, somebody throws like some ale on your face to try and rouse you.
Are you okay? What happened?
Why not use water?
have you seen the water in this place?
Okay, thank you. She starts prestidigitating the liquids off her face.
You do that. There is something in your hand, Iala.
She looks down.
It's
And-
empty, and you can close your fist, but there's almost an imagined resistance there, and you know there is the concept of nothing in your grasp. A holy symbol
found it.
of the void.
She just puts her hand up. I found it.
What do you mean?
Sure
what do
you
mean
did.
Found it. What happened?
You saw him.
Oh, did you see Badam?
She blinks a little bit. Maybe. Yes. I saw something.
Yeah, it
I-
is hard to reflect on it, hard to fit in your mind.
I
But
am going
there is
to
something there.
need. I'm going to need a moment. I think I need to go lie down. In a more comfortable spot than this. She just pushes Noah aside.
Talia storms off upstairs. Someone in the bar just goes, "Hey!"
She puts that out of her, not in her bag of holding, but in her pocket proper.
Uh-huh.
Not going back in that bag. So she's gonna go have a thinky think.
Are you well enough to continue tonight's activities?
No, go. She comes back down the stairs a little bit. Just go, and then goes back up. She needs some time.
What the fuck was that about? Our asks.
I don't know. I just asked her if she had her little ball of nothing, and she just suddenly fainted. Apparently, thinking about it too hard just broke her little dragon
no.
brain.
Or maybe there's something in her bag stung her.
Oh, maybe we should go look at her bag. Yeah, leave us have your bag.
Don't touch my bag.
Wait, did she leave her bag down here? Let's go through her
I
bag.
don't think she did.
No, I didn't. She would never leave that behind. It's a magic item.
Bit greedy of you.
What do you mean?
Mine. Greed?
What do
What do you
you
mean?
what do you mean? She saw them, Linda. Did something happen? Did you see something?
Nothing happened.
It's funny
Oh.
because their patron is nothing. Oh, Linda, you are so smart and funny. I love you.
20 mile stare from Lindop.
Cassian's taking a sip of ale. I do not like the implications of that comment.
What? Love? I thought you liked love.
Oh, I
You're like
love
all
love.
about love.
Cassian actually looks at Nim and eyebrow waggles. No, the comment she saw nothing.
Yes.
Imagine trying to see nothing. It's a
Wouldn't
It
that
is an
just be
opposing
closing
concept.
your eyes?
That is
No.
darkness.
Sounds peaceful.
It's a contradictory statement.
Everyone going to meet Badam before me.
Oh,
Lindop,
maybe.
Me.
Lindop is going to come up to you, Noah, and they're going to hold out their hand.
Go on that magic carpet ride, Noah. They can show you the world. Shiny, unendingly gone.
Nothing.
No, I'm not yet. No one's going to reluctantly push Lindop's hand away. Not yet. Not yet.
As you're pushing
you
Lindop
ca-
away, Thomas is actually rushing over and like, oh no, and looks relieved that you pushed them away. And they just like they pick up Lindop once again and go, "Listen, last time she did that, she tried to stab somebody." So
Okay. Okay, thanks.
We're going to check on some people
What's wrong
now.
with stabbing people?
Alright.
Okay.
You have good to go?
I've already died by stabbing once. I don't want to relive that.
Wait, you
Right, so we're going to go check on people. Good
Yes.
task manager, Melikka.
this is messed up.
Let's go
I'm
do
going to
that.
go check on Matori, and
You
I
go
was
check
going to
on
give you a
Motori.
kiss, and then she's going to head upstairs.
I could be with my girlfriend, but I'm gonna go see some goats. Yay.
All right.
Oh,
You all right. Yeah. That's it. Do you want to see the Briars first, then?
Yeah, let's see the
Yes.
Briars
Right.
first.
You guys head off to see the Briars, and when you arrive there, you actually see like there are like lanterns lit out in like a little sort of shed they have out back. I say shed, small barn. And you guys want to walk onto their property, walk on over?
Yeah.
Sure.
Right. You walk on in, and you You see a dwarven couple. This is a little hard to tell age with dwarves. There's no graying of beards as such, so relatively young. But they're both like taking care of these that looks like these newborn goats.
Oh, so the mother
Oh, what the fuck?
was.
What the?
Hel-
Oh,
Hello.
what are you doing on my property?
Oh, sorry.
We were wanting to check on your
Oh,
new
you're
arrivals.
the adventurers.
Yes.
You're the ones
That
that
we
left
are.
us.
We came
uh,
back with help.
Yes.
Oh. Well, any of
Sister
you know any of
otherwise-
that cleaning magic?
Yeah,
Cleaning
I
magic?
do. I can
Yeah,
do that.
What do you?
They've
I will
helped the
start
skull give
prestidigitating without
birth.
even like, yep.
Yeah.
I'm just trying
Yeah.
to clear it up.
Cassian's getting in there and helping
Yeah.
too.
Oh, thank you. That's a big help. Yeah. You wanna say hello to? Oh yeah. I was thinking of names for them right now.
Oh, splendid. And how's their good mother?
Oh, Dolly's doing fine. She's a tough old girl. We were just worried because previous year was hard on her. I think this is it. This is the last kids.
Oh,
Yeah. Still, she's been a good old girl.
That's good to hear.
Oh, it's gonna be
No,
hard to eat her. Yeah, he actually wipes a tear from his eye.
Noah takes a quick look at Lindop.
So
Lindop just has that vacant gaze again, completely tuned out, uncaring.
so no
there's
blessings
no problems. Otherwise, the Dup would be angry.
Mm-hmm.
of the mother needed this night then. Just good wishes and happy health.
I mean, we've got other goats. You're a holy woman.
I am a follower of Mercury and I have my blessings that I can give and comforts.
You is this one of those donation things?
No.
Oh, then have at it. The pen's over there.
Speaking of the church, you were unable to attend tonight because we know that you had great business here
yeah,
with these kids.
Yeah, look, I know I should have gone and seen it. It's probably only would have taken one of us, but yeah.
No, it is fine. We are here to let you know what was the goings on. We are here to evacuate the town to Morden. We're going to get everybody out, and we are offering 10 gold per person to help leave.
Town's tools, 10 gold.
And we will be using the magic circle to move people.
Fuck.
So
Your
you can
livestock
bring-
can
you
come
can
with
bring-
you as well.
You can bring your animals, take time. They're going to start making carts in town. We're
Well,
going to get everyone to safety.
when?
They will start
Where are we
making
going?
things to Morden.
Morden.
You know the town to the north.
Oh, Morden. That's not too far from where my folks are.
Yes, we will be transporting you up to there. And Morden has a room and space for people if they want to stay, or you can move off from there. But 10 gold per person if you wish to take up on this offer. I will offer you an extra gold piece if you will take this sweet old lady with you wherever you go.
He looks at his wife in confusion.
I point at the goat.
His wife is glaring at him. He looks over at the goat and goes, "Oh,
No, I think that this sweet old girl deserves retirement.
you don't want to see her eaten."
No, she's a good mother. Let her have a sweet old retirement somewhere. She could be a fat old pet.
Sure, we could do that. I mean, do you want to buy her?
I cannot take her with me. I'm an adventurer, so I would pay a gold piece though for her safety.
Oh, fuck, we can get way more. We can get way more meat than that. So with a gold piece, so sure. We'll see if she's comfortable.
All right. I will give them the gold piece right now for her, and I said they'll give you the rest if you show up at the teleportation circle.
Oh, the Smith. He sort of like turns to his wife and goes, "No, it's legit." All right. Thank you, brave adventurers.
All right, we are going to go check in. There were a couple other families that were ill and could not make it, and we want to make sure spread the word. Okay.
All right.
We're just going to leave her there. I think she's going to bless every sheep in your flock.
Cool.
Wait, okay.
Leaving
Well,
Melikka, bye.
All right,
Bye.
you guys can wander out. You hear him go. I fucking hate this tree place anyway. Let's go back up to the mountains.
Well,
We'll wait for Melikka.
You don't know where to go.
You stand outside the farm property, waiting for Melikka
Yeah,
to get done.
Yeah, we'll just get off the guy out of the people's
Melikka,
hair.
you start doing the rushed Hail Marys.
Throw the water.
Yeah. All right, and then you can rush back outside to meet everybody.
Oh, that was a lot of animals.
Yes, it was.
I don't think they needed to bless all.
I think this is going to be very complicated, but I will say one of the great things is if we can get all these people to bring their livestock up to Morden. Morden has no animals right now. This would be a huge boon for their farms.
Well, there's going to be more animals. She motions to the pin.
Well, that is nature, yes. All right, where's this next
Mother
house?
be blessed on that.
Mm-hmm.
No, the other the
Family.
Conways this way. The son was at the church, but the father was old.
All right, so we will just offer them our help with packing and such.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't need to be as blunt with them.
You start heading over to the Conways stead, and as you approach, you can actually hear a bit of a ruckus. First, it's muffled, but soon enough, you can actually hear this old voice going, "I don't want to go to no fucking city. I worked myself to the bone to build this building and cut down those trees." And you hear a faint voice going, "Dad, you were a hunter. You didn't do any of that." And as you approach, you knock on the door. Continue listening to the yelling, and
Knock on the door.
and you knock on the door, and you hear that voice going, "Fuck off! We don't want none of it." Before the doors are opened by a very apologetic-looking young man, and he goes, hello. You all."
Hey.
He actually sort of like slips out the door, closes it behind him, and takes off his cap as if like trying to be polite.
Hey there.
Adventurers.
Evening.
Hello.
Hi. We were just coming. We were just checking on all the people that didn't weren't at the church, and we were just checking up on them to see if
I
spreading
was at
around
the
the word.
church though.
Well, you were at the church. We knew your father was not, and make sure that they know what is all going on.
That's plenty faithful, but he's just bedbound.
No, it's no. We understood he was bedbound, and we were seeing what help we could give you because it was going to be more difficult.
Is that Susan? Tell her to get the fuck off my property.
Susan doesn't give a fuck about you.
Who the fuck's that?
The fuck you know.
Fuck you.
Not Susan.
And you see this young man just sort of like wince a bit and goes, I'm sorry. He gets
They
like this
sound
towards...
really fun.
That's not the word I'd use, but he's a decent man. He's just when he needs some of the medicines here to help him sleep, and they make him a little unreserved.
Can he have alcohol?
He shouldn't, but he does.
Hey, old man, you want a drink?
Oh, don't keep him outside. Let them the fuck in. Right, and he's the young man sort of like feels his forehead a bit. You see there's a little bit of stress on his face as he goes, do you want to come in?
We would love to come in.
Great. He clearly is not pleased by that, but he opens the door to sort of beckon you all in, And as you step on in, like it's a very small, like 1-room building. You can see this there are like 2 beds in here, just little narrow things. But in one of them is this old man who's propped up on a bunch of pillows and downing and so on.
I heard that there is the most cursingest old fucker in town that is like so cool that he won't come hang out with anybody anymore, and he can drink you under the table. Is that you, old man?
It's nonsense about me not coming out. I'd come out if my legs fucking worked. And,
You would?
yeah, I would. You know what? I will. And you see him start trying to push himself up. And like the son quickly runs over and goes, "Dad, no, you don't have. Dad, settle back down, okay? All right, yeah. Look,
Well, listen, I brought some alcohol from the tavern
Oh,
with
God.
me to hear some stories about this great old man that used to be a hunter here. Is that you?
No.
You told me about these woods.
I wasn't a hunter. I chopped down trees. No, Ma was the lumberjack. Dad, you.
You used to chop down trees? I'd love to hear about that.
Yeah, my locks flowed in the wind, and I was right sexy.
Really?
Oh, where did I hear this before?
How long were your locks?
Well, to come down to me hips.
Oh, to cover your nethers?
Oh, cool. Not on a good day.
And the wind take you just right, right?
I do like the wind. Who the fuck are you?
I'm just some fucking adventurer fucking about. I brought some alcohol. I want to hear some stories.
All right, and he just reaches a hand out. By the way, pale white eyes, can't see shit.
Yep. Nim's going to cast an unseen servant and have it pull out one of her bottles of wine.
Okay, the sun is
Or actually
immensely
ale.
alarmed by this.
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
ale just levitates.
I just got some cups.
Yes, of course. And the son just gets a couple of like wooden cups from their little cupboard. And
I'll pour some. I'm pouring a little bit, not for a ton for the old man, but pouring a bit. We'd love to hear your stories.
And he is immediately downing what was in his cup. Sort of makes a face and goes, swill, even as he's holding his cup out for more.
Yep, we'll put a little bit more in it.
Yeah. Okay. He's going to tell you a story. It's an immensely confusing story, as he seems to confuse both him and his wife for the same person. In his mind. And as these story sort of rambles on, I'm going to let everybody like make an insight check.
Okay.
You know what? You can have advantage.
I have guidance going.
This old man is getting bombarded with this insight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most of you, yeah, that's a weird ass story. Nim, this is actually tickling something in the back of your mind. The way he's talking about himself as like, being 2 people, talking about like these little trips out into the woods and such. You're starting to detect like this man may have had some Fae encounters in his life.
Oh, okay.
And clearly it's left him a little
Loopy.
off.
Touched.
Off. Touched. Yeah.
And he just keeps sort of rambling on. And the son's just going to like try and pull one of you aside. Actually, it's going to be Noah. Noah, this man doesn't actually seem
respectable.
bothered by you. And he just goes, look, I want to go. I really do. And I'll go. But I'm going to need some help moving him.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. That's one of the reasons why we're here. If you don't mind, I wouldn't mind looking at him, see if I can do anything to help with his condition. I'm sort of learned in medical ways.
It's all right. He's well enough. An accident took his legs. He was hunting wolves and the pack got him.
Oh, so he has no legs.
Yeah, he has no legs.
He has no legs. Okay.
Which
I thought
mean,
maybe I heard
to the rest of
son
you,
say you
that
don't
does sound
have.
that sounds weird still, because like, what, wolves just eat somebody's legs and then that's it, right?
Yeah.
But he just goes, and I mean, the rest is just age, you know.
Yeah. We can see what we can do. Mean, we'll really do anything to help you move him and get him out of here. I could even see if I can get some ways for him to move easier.
Yeah, anything. I heard, you know, Corin talking about carts and such, even like a small one.
Oh yeah, that's easy. We should be able.
Personal card.
I could
If
probably
you,
get some.
I know you said we'd be getting gold. If you need to take something out of what we'd get, I understand.
Don't worry about it. We're the ones uprooting you. I'll pay for it.
Meanwhile,
one.
the man's mumbling like, the golden locks had to go back to the forest, you know.
Oh boy.
And she said, I got to walk with her. We'd be spending it all together.
There's just a pair of legs.
Spending it all
walking in the
together?
forest.
Uh-huh. But me boy.
But your boy?
Couldn't leave him alone.
Oh, did she get mad at you?
No, she smiled. She kept walking. So did I.
Oh, that seems sweet.
So I swung her axe. And I came home to me lad.
What?
So you swung her axe at her and then swung home to your son?
Oh, no, I could never strike her beauty.
Oh. But why did you swing her axe at your legs?
Yeah, because they wouldn't stop.
Oh.
Because you couldn't stop following her, right? And you wanted to go home to your son?
He nods and then just like waves his cup again.
Ah, I understand. You are a brave father coming home to your son like that.
And then she came home with me. Those beautiful locks.
And did she stay?
He just nods and like taps the cup to the side of his head.
Oh, she's in your mind still, huh?
Always. He's a good boy.
That's wonderful. Mm-hmm.
Probably feel like I could do
Who
something.
the fuck are you anyway?
I am Gemma Mavis Maltori. I'm a brave adventurer from afar.
I've never been to afar.
Yes, it is a very different place, but I hope to take you there someday.
I like my bed.
Your bed can come with.
What's it gonna do? Walk me there?
Sure,
I
we'll walk
mean-
your bed there. How fancy would that be? Ride through town on your bed.
Scandalous.
You know, it would be funny though.
Your yard.
As long as I'm wearing my cap, it's all fine.
Yes, as long as you've got your big cap.
Seems
Well,
like this
thank you
really
so much.
long-
We will leave the bottle. You have a lovely night.
Come again.
We will. We
Uh,
definitely will.
you can start to move out. His son will follow you on out. Lindop once again tuned out. Didn't seem to care.
That's a shame that your father lost his legs to a fae.
What? I don't know. It was an accident with some wolves.
No, he lost his legs to some fae.
Damn right.
Dogs don't just take legs, they take the whole thing.
Let-
Too clean.
Let's not
It
put
sounds
any
like
more.
he
Let's not put any more stress on the poor lad as it is. Your father is
Your father's a sweet old man who's cantankerous and enjoying his old age. I hope we can get him safely someplace better. Any help you need, we will be here for you, okay?
Thank you. And he just gives you all a little bow.
Sorry to rile him up.
He seems happy, so he just smiles weakly. It's fine.
He did no harm. He is a good man.
He is a good man.
He's a good papa.
He always
He
has
loves
been.
his son very much. He told me all about how much he loved you.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry for that.
Why? I think it's beautiful.
It's
Be
too
proud
kind.
of that. All right, I need to get these wayward people going home. We've got a lot of work to do in the coming days, but any help you need, I'm sure Noah's already talked to you.
Yeah, real useful. Thank you. And if I can do anything in return, let me know.
will do. Thank you.
Name's Ronald.
Nice to meet you, Ronald.
And he just gives
That
you
was a satyr's name back in the day, and I hate that.
he just gives you all a little bow again, and he heads back in to join his father.
Good old Ronald.
I remember Ronald. Jeez.
Yep.
All right. Well, that was exciting. And from the way Lindop's looking, Lindop, you haven't seen anybody since Iala that your patron hates?
No,
Not even a little inkling?
no,
Okay. Pretty boring then, yeah?
I have heard nothing.
That is good. Then let us go and rest for the night, and we'll think about nothing till then. All right?
Lindop nods. And
Nim looks amused at the idea of thinking about nothing.
I-
No, you should ponder nothing a lot more.
you can all head on back to the tavern. Iala. How's Iala doing?
Iala
The children.
probably went into one of the rooms that they have. It may be the one that Maltari is in. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
And she just kind of plops herself down on the bed and just puts her face in the pillow and just starts trying to go over what she went through.
Do you want to be in the room with Maltori or not?
Yeah, she ends up in the room with
He
Maltori.
lets you do that for a few minutes before you just hear him going, so?
I'm not really sure what just happened downstairs.
Yes, why are people screaming my name?
Oh, she turns her head so her face is out of the pillow. That was Noah.
I figured.
They ended up cheering your name. They
Good.
raised a drink for you.
Strange, but fine. And do you find this distressing?
Oh no, that is not what happened to me. I ended up I don't know really. Her eyes kind of unfocus as she tries to think back to it.
Did you try to do advanced mathematics, Iala?
This isn't funny. It was much worse than that. I found nothing.
Algebra. You found
No,
nothing.
And I held it and I saw it and it. She puts her face back into the pillow.
Are we being cute with words here? What is this?
She goes into her pocket and looks for that thing of resistance in her pocket and pulls it out to show Maltori.
That's
This
it's an empty hand.
It's nothing.
Yes, I suppose in a way.
Oh no, how do I even explain this without sounding like an idiot? She almost cries into the pillow.
There's a creaking of knees, a cracking of bones as he sort of comes on over to sit on the bed beside you. Just puts a hand on your shoulder and goes, Okay. So, what is there some tangible thing to this nothingness to you?
She gets her face out of the pillow again and just rolls over a little bit to give him space. Slimdop gave me said she gave me some sort of nothing, or something from her patron, which is
And clearly, her patron is some
nothingness.
sort of aspect of this Badam nonsense we stumbled into.
Yes, so I thought, maybe it's some sort of weird backmaker thing. So I went through the motions, I took it, I put it in my pocket, and then later for safekeeping, just in case it was actually something, did the motions. And downstairs, when we were talking to Lindop, I went to look in my bag for the thing, going through the motions, and I grabbed something, Meltori. And I pulled it out, and it was nothing.
Iala, dear. It's just a contrary concept.
I know, and it knocked me out. I can feel it in my hands, even though it's not there.
Hmm.
And I ended up going on a little trip, I guess. She just rolls over onto her back and just stares at the ceiling.
This is troubling you.
It is, because as I think about it, there was something. There were two things in there. There was one that was like all the nothing. How do you even say that? It was at the end of nothing, right? So, and it was I was kind of moving towards that, but I didn't want to go that way, and I felt something else, like not nothing, a little bit closer to me. Is this making sense?
Please tell me you have a better description than not nothing.
It was.
And if you say something, I will smack you, child.
It was red-ish. And
Reddish.
it was hurting.
And it was hurting. You mean
I tried to make
the
it feel
descriptors of the
better.
Marinor Raft that we've heard?
Oh, don't say that. I hope I didn't just.
I'm sorry.
She just rubs her head.
Something.
It might have been something like that. And
Well,
I thought.
so
and I tried
clearly
to make
you embrace nothingness, yes?
No.
Oh, dear.
No. The thing was hurt. I didn't know what was going on, so I tried to make the thing that was hurting feel better.
You made it, tried to make you feel better? What do you mean?
I tried to pat it on the head or
Earlier.
just comfort it. What? I went through a thing,
Earlier,
Meltori.
we talked about this non-interaction thing.
I know, but how am I supposed to know when I'm in the middle of nothing? How am I supposed to know that?
He just gives you like a sort of comforting, if bony, like just around the upper arms hug. Oh dear. Well, how do you feel now?
I feel very confused and a little bit lightheaded.
Mm.
And I feel like I may have just really screwed up again. And I really, really don't want to screw up again.
Okay. Oh, listen, Yalia, you know what might help? In case this kind of thing happens again.
I would love something.
You need some mental fortitude. And as you seem to be dealing with contrary things, how about a little wizard exercise?
Sure. But if I I don't want to feel like an idiot, okay? Everybody already says that.
Talia, you're not an
What?
idiot. You might be uneducated. You might not have certain thought exercises that have helped your mind, but you're not an idiot. You have the
Trying to
capacity
comfort
to
that.
be far more than you are now, but that's not a shameful thing. That just means that you can grow.
Uh,
A lack of education is not a reflection on your mind.
all right. What's this exercise?
Can you picture in your mind's eye a blue orb?
Okay. Yes.
Can you picture in your mind's eye a red orb?
Okay. I see that.
Now I want you to picture one singular orb that is totally red, but also totally blue.
Under that orb.
Why?
I want you to
Why?
picture something contrary that is impossible, and I want you to strive towards that. Practice it.
Oh no. She just sighs heavily again and just.
This is a real thing. I mean, there's more complicated versions of it, but it's the foundation of a lost art of wizardry. Wizards throughout the eons have tried to master it, being able to hold perfectly clear, contrary concepts in your mind. It's the key to such arcane arts, that the holding concentration of multiple spells at once, being able to make spells that sunder reality. They used to do it. Nowadays, they're just mental exercises because it's lost to us, but just try it. It's fun.
She kind of squints at Miltori a little bit, knowing that what wizards do for fun, but she nods. I'll do that.
Well, for now,
Thank you,
don't tell the others about this. Okay, all right. And he's going to sneak a little bag out of his bag of holding. He's just going to put it in your hand and be like, you go downstairs, you get some hot water, you get some milk, and you mix this in a mug with them. Then you enjoy it. Relax.
She pushes herself up and accepts the bag, and she also just leans over and gives him a one-armed hug. Thank you, Miltori. That helps.
Good. I think the hot cocoa will help more though.
I hope so. She lets go and goes to get some hot cocoa.
Okay.
Once she gets that, she's probably gonna come back upstairs and just
Veg.
sit on the bed and watch Maltori work.
Mm-hmm. He is examining the bells very delicately. Appears to be avoiding touching them entirely for now. It's just doing magical examination.
Yeah.
But
she'll just focus on that for now.
soon enough, the rest of you can start returning to the tavern, making your way upstairs if you wish.
Yalia, you have found your way to me and Arwa's bed, I see.
Is this yours? Isn't it a bit too big for you?
Rude.
Hey.
I'll have you know that
Just
I can
get
take
some
up
more
plenty of
room.
that bed.
Mhm.
I'll move to the card house. Thank you very much.
That's right.
I
You
just need-
slept last night. Are you doing okay now?
A little bit better.
Mm.
A lot to take in, but I think I'm okay.
What happened? Because you just kind of freaked out on us.
Something with Lindop's thing she gave me.
Oh, did it bite you because of your rude connection, maybe?
Maybe? I don't think it was a bite, but
Well, I don't know what to call it, but you know what I mean. Maybe it lashed out at you in some way. I don't know.
maybe. That's possible. But I think I'll be good tomorrow to help you. I just need a moment to think about it.
Hmm. How about I
Sorry
go
for not
set up a
coming.
nice big bed for you out in the card house, okay?
You don't need to do that. I can do that for myself. Thank you, Nimzo. I
All
very
right.
appreciate it.
Don't mind helping out for our dear friend.
Thank you, Nim. Okay. So, how was it? Did you figure anything out? Hopefully, you didn't find anything.
Everything was good.
We found nothing.
Don't
No.
say that. Don't
It
say that
seems
to me.
it seems like we're all clear. The only person in town that has the hatred of Lindop's patron is you.
I have mixed
Hooray.
feelings. Relief and a bit of annoyance.
But
Well,
we
it-
know that everyone here is of good state. They can travel. They can leave.
Yes.
Start new.
Yes, they can start no.
Where there's going to be one old legless man that we're going to have to figure
Help
out how
carry
to transport.
or do something. Yeah.
Yes, we'll have to help
But
him.
otherwise,
That was such a tragic story to hear how he chopped off his own legs to stop himself from going with that fae.
Her
Is that what he
eyebrows
was on
raised.
about?
Yes, weren't you listening to his story?
I was, but
Uh-huh.
it kind of went in
That-
so many different directions. I got a little
That's-
lost.
It's because
That's
his
the
mind
thing
is
about the
addled
fae.
from the fae. The beautiful fae woman with an axe was leading him out into the woods to keep him forever, and he said he had to get back to his son, and so he chopped off his own legs to go back.
That is admirable. I respect that.
Hmm.
they,
And that makes sense. Everybody thinks it was wolves, because why? I mean, why would you tell anybody it was a fae that you fell in love with?
Oh,
Is his
yes.
son
They'd
like
probably be
Noah?
hunting his son.
oh,
Noah.
No, his
You have
son
some
was.
kin.
I
It,
I
his
don't
son
know.
was already there. I don't
Yeah,
think
there's his son. The son was
he
already
returned
born.
to his son.
The Fae can have dalliances with a human and then fuck off back to the Fae world.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're just maybe a child of him and this Fae lady in the
Mhm.
woods
Quite
or
could be.
somewhere
And
else.
she came back for him.
No, a kindred spirit.
Wait, came back?
Well, it
Huh?
sounded
Yeah,
like
he
that.
could have had
it was-
he could have had a dalliance with her. She stayed for a while, had Ronald, and then eventually went back to the forest. And eventually, he was out there doing something, and she came to collect him and take her love into the Fae forever. But his love for his son was so great that he literally fought against his own body to return. And the only way he could do that was to lop off his own legs.
Children, I'm not cutting off my legs for any of you.
That's perfectly
No,
I
fine.
wouldn't want them.
but you can cast
I'm-
fly.
Yeah, why didn't he just cast fly?
And I'm sorry, I don't want to be a three-legged centaur, so sorry. I don't want to be known as tripod.
Oh, you
Oh,
did lose all
that
four
would be
Right,
legs.
funny.
yes. Okay.
So you mentioned about talking with grass and stuff. So tonight I'm gonna go out and investigate see if an actual hole is
Don't go to
being
those
made.
plains at night, Noah.
I'm not going to the plains. I'm going over to the right. Actually, I don't think I want to go outside at night.
We'll do this in the
Never mind.
morning. It's madness.
I have remembered that night is a problem wherever you are here, so I am not leaving.
That's good. That's good.
I don't. I need to.
Go to
I
bed.
can. I would
Yeah.
if I had one.
Oh, maybe if you
There
were
be
really nice with
None
the
of us
grass and
have
trees.
beds. We're renting
I'm good.
beds.
Well, I have one less bed than everyone here because I don't know where mine went.
Are
I
you
have an
still on
extra.
about that?
Yes, I'm still on about that.
We're not even in Morden.
So
Let it go.
neither is my bed.
Little voice beside your ear, Noah, just says, I can help you find another bed.
Thank you, but we will. That won't be necessary at the
Maybe
moment.
if you sing to the stars, they will bring you your bed back.
We can go sing to the
maybe
stars
if you sing to
together.
the stars. Maybe we can do that, but actually, probably not here. I did that once and almost fell off. So maybe
Well, if
later,
you
Layla.
do,
We can dance on the ground under the moonlight.
No, I'm not going outside here.
Are you afraid to go outside, Noah? I'll go with you.
Well, I almost fell off a roof last time, so
Don't go on
I
top of a
will-
Go
building,
on the
Noah!
roof. Why would you go on a roof?
And remember, Noah, if you need to be held, you can just ask.
why does everybody want to hold me?
You're
don't.
adorable.
Because you're cute and you're fluffy.
I'm just doing it because I get paid to do. Oh. I
Excuse
did
me?
not finish that.
really?
I did not finish that thought. Stop.
I can
What?
finish it for you.
Oh,
Get
you
the
can
fuck
get
out
paid
of
to
my
do that
room.
too.
I want to go to bed.
I'm leaving too.
Papa, read me a story.
Fine, I didn't want to be in your room anyway.
I don't have
I want-
storybooks.
I want to hear more about this cohort and their inability to recognize the affections.
Oh, that's actually a momentary pain look on Maltori's face before it just sort of settles, and he nods and goes, I'll tell you about Cavort. Yes.
His name was Confort.
No, Cavort.
Oh, okay.
Can we read from your bookies of when you were young?
You can't read them. I'll read from
No, but you
them.
can read to me, yes?
Yes, I can read to you. How old are you?
Why can't I read the book?
Well, clearly, you're not old enough because you need stories to be read to you.
So you don't want me to grow up. Checkmate.
The fuck is this? What did you say? That we're playing chess? What are you talking about?
I don't know how to play chess. I just know the word.
You don't know how to play chess?
No.
We need to fix that. It's a very important game, you know.
Good night, Natori.
Good night.
She gets pulled into learning chess.
I only know how to play Fey chess, and we don't have enough boards for it.
What's Fey chess?
Oh, I'll be here all night if I have to explain the rules.
Oh.
Is that the?
Is that the one where they just flip the boards over and scream?
That's
They take the pieces and don't return them.
that's the dark sight maneuver. It's very technical. There's a nuance to when you need to play that.
Go to bed.
Right.
Okay, let me tell you about Cavort de Haven and Castle Hanover. They were two delightful idiots. Right, you're gonna get story time, but everybody is gonna go to fuck to bed. And
Cassian's actually going to maneuver out to the cart house because that's the only place he can stay.
okay,
The
there's
card
a house,
house, right?
there's a house of cards.
Yeah, that's cards.
Oh yes, the house. Yeah, because there's no place inside that I can go.
Yeah. All right.
But, as Cassian goes out there and Yali is out there, Cassian's just going to say, I think you may have done something that I haven't been able to do. And I am both jealous and impressed.
What? Fall over unconscious?
No, you achieved a concept that I couldn't. You achieved essentially Zen.
He squints.
It there's an exercise that I was taught called pondering the orb, and I can't do it. I will never be able to do it. It's why I fish.
You
It's-
fish.
Yeah, I fish. I never intend to catch anything. It's just so I can stop thinking so hard.
I see.
But the challenge is you have two spheres. One's supposed to be like green, the other's supposed to be yellow, and you're supposed to see them both at the exact same time. And I try it and I see blue.
I see. Okay.
I don't see both of them at the same time. I can only see blue. My mind just fixated on logic. But from what I think you were saying, you comprehended something that is not
I don't
comprehensible.
comprehend anything, Cassian.
That's what you think. Because you
Don't make
comprehended
me say
something
I
that you
comprehend
can't.
nothing. Don't make me say that. I'm tired of doing this whole
You No. I'm not going I'm not
funny after the fourth time.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm seriously impressed. And
Thank you, Cassian.
honestly, it's something, like I said, I can't do. Therefore, I'm both jealous and impressed. And I'm going to have to try again.
I don't think that's what happened, but I appreciate your jealousy. Thank you, Cassian. Whatever it is.
You may have comprehended a concept I can't, which is just being able to let go. So, but anyways, you have a wonderful night. Unless you'd like to join me.
No.
In a house of cards with everybody else sleeping in there. It would be
We're all the
it would
same
be
tent.
everybody but Nib, Arwa, and like Maltori and Thomas and Lindolf are down there.
Okay.
Cassian wouldn't be adverse.
Cassian likes when they watch.
Everybody goes to bed. And as you sleep, as you send dreams, and Iala, your mind actually does get a bit calmer thanks to rest. Thanks to a dream you have of yourself just stroking your hair comfortingly. And that's where we're going to end this week's session.
Why is there two of them?
Oh no.
Oh, why did you go towards the thing that's bad?